right, we're live coming to you from Coimbatore. It's round 1, day 2 of the Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. I'm Raman Banot. With me, of course, is the man who makes sure everything goes right to the pin on the racetrack, the COC. We've got here Sunny Kumar. Sunny, I'll put you at the deep end straight away. The Formula LGB 4 had an incident yesterday. What was the final outcome for Rohit Khanna?
As usual, this grid has been always exciting. And yesterday, the race 1 of round 1, we had Rohit Khanna, one of the best racers on the grid. He overtook on a yellow flag, and we had to penalize him, which has created lots of excitement in the second race. So let's see what happens now.
For race 2 of the Formula LGB 4.
Oh yes, revving to go. You can already hear the engines revving. The reverse gear it is really exciting because all the winners are now the back markers. So let's see how the race ends.
Yeah, so the one who won the race, Vishnu Prasad, actually starts off on P8. Well, you got Sohail Shah, who starts off on P1. Promises to be exciting fair. Thank you so much, Sunny, for joining in. I'm sure this is going to be quite an action-filled race.
Oh, yes, fingers crossed. Hopefully everything goes fine, good. Thank you.
Thanks so much for talking to us. Race action just coming up. Under a minute to go before the start of this race. Time for me to join in Karthikeya Sinha, who's in the commentary box, and we'll talk you through this race.
Thank you, Raman. Day 2 of round 1 of the 2019 Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship about to begin. What a day we had yesterday. If that is something to go by, we're in for a treat today as well. That's the grid for the opening race of day 2. That's the LGB Formula 4 with Sohail Shah on P1, Diljit TS in P2. They're off for the formation lap now. We got Sandeep Kumar in P3, Rohit Khanna, the man who had an incident yesterday with P4, Chitesh Mandodi, former champion, P5, Raghul Rangasamy, the defending champion at P6, Ashwin Datta, P7, and the race winner from yesterday, Vishnu Prasad, P8. They'll be followed by Akshay Kumar, P9, Akshay Kapoor at P9, Manav Dogal at P10, Veera Edda, P11, Kunal Maini, Hashim at P13, Viswas Vijay Raj at P14, Megha KS and Rahul Deshpande P15 and 16 respectively. Priyanshu Tilyan P17, Mrinalini Singh P18, Anushriya Gulati, Manisha Ram Kelkar at P19 and 20. And then we got Mihir Barve and Diana Pundole, P21 and P22. P23 will be Bala Prasad AS, P24 Ojaswi Mehta from Mumbai, P25 Natasha Puri, and P26 Phoebe Dale Nongrum. And that's what the grid looks like for the opening race of day 2 in the opening round, round 1 of the 2019 Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. Had a cracking day yesterday with Vishnu Prasad winning the first race of Formula LGB 4, and a sparkling performance as well from Chirag Ghurpare in the Novice Cup as well. He's left the racetrack. He's now back in the com box. That's Raman Banot. Welcome back.
Thanks so much, Karthikeya. The car's going through the formation lap and heading back towards the start line. Remember, it's not just about individual glory when you're talking about the Formula LGB 4. You're talking about teams competing as well, fighting it out. There's M Sport, Dark Dawn Racing, there is Avalanche Racing. Don't forget, you've got Ahura Racing, the all-girls team as well. That's run by the former multiple-time national champion Sarosh Ataria himself. So I think this is going to be very interesting. There's going to be a lot of team rivalry that's going to be on display as well. There'll be tactics deployed by the teams. We saw it yesterday as well. We've seen it season after season. Keep an eye out for those yellow cars. They're the M Sport drivers sporting the yellow on their cars. Start delayed extra formation lap. That's what the news that is trickling in from the race control, that there is going to be an extra formation lap that will be done as well before the race gets underway in earnest.
We had a few of those yesterday as well in one of the races. In fact, It was the Novice Cup race when we had 3 formation laps, one after the other after the other.
Yeah, and I remember why. Because you had a formation lap and then the start of a race and a red flag happening in the first race, in the first lap of the race itself. So the race had to be restarted, full 10 laps, and then you had the formation lap and the extra formation lap, and it ended up being a 9-lap race in the end.
Well, they're off again now for the formation lap again. Vishnu Prasad, the winner yesterday. Ashwin Datta coming in second. Ragul Rangasamy coming in third. Rohit Khanna dropping down to fourth with that penalty. And then Sandeep Kumar finishing sixth, fifth, and then Diljit TS sixth. Sohail Shah, Jitesh Mandori, Akshay Kapoor. All of these tremendous riders and racers in this race. Talked about multiple champions lining up as well.
Yeah, just keep counting them off, can't you? You know, you've got the likes of Vishnu Prasad, you've got the likes of Ragul Rangasamy, who's the defending champion. Don't forget there's Sandeep Kumar, who's won. Sohail Shah's had, you know, a national title to his name as well. There's Diljit TS. I think the names just keep rolling off your tongue down there. There's Chittesh Mandodi, not to forget, who's been a champion in this category itself. But let's talk about one more thing. This was supposed to be a 15-lap race, the Formula LGB4. We've had an extra formation lap, you know, over the regulatory formation lap that had to happen. So is that going to bring the number down to 14 laps for this race? We'll have to wait and watch.
Well, making sure that the tyres are warm and the engines are ready are the racers before the start of the race. Race number 1 of the day. We've got 4 races lined up. We start off with the LGB Formula 4, then get into the JK Tyre Novice Cup. That also is a 15-lap race. Then a 10-lap Suzuki Gixxer Cup and Red Bull Road to Rookies. And then we'll sign off the day with the final race with the LGB Formula 4 again.
Yes, it's a reverse grid for this Formula LGB4 race, remember, which means the top 8 have actually been, their order on the grid has been reversed. So the race winner, Vishnu Prasad, who'd won the first race yesterday, now starts off on P8, and then it's going to be the likes of Ashwin Datta on P7, Ragul Rangasamy on P6. They were the 3 who would actually finish the top 3 in the race. And how it happened was because you had Rohit Khanna, who copped a couple of places penalty, despite finishing on the podium. In the end, not getting a podium finish as far as the result was concerned, because of overtaking on a yellow flag during the course of the race.
Those are on corner 1, corner 2 yesterday, and the provisional results did come out and he came in on a podium position, but then later on that was reversed, and Ragul Rangasamy was granted the 3rd spot. Now, not very far away from the start of the first race of the day, and be very interesting how things pan out. Again, a wonderful day in Coimbatore, windy, bit of cloud cover, and off they go for the first race. Good looking start there for Sohail Shah. Remember, he started in 4th position yesterday as well in the opening race, but it's the
Dark Racing
Dark
driver,
Dog,
you
yes.
gotta look at that change. Straight away, darting in towards the first corner, it's Diljit TS. He's used all his experience while someone's taken the picturesque route. And that is Rohit Khanna, car number 1.
Yes, it seems to be Rohit Khanna who spun off. Well, hasn't had a great day yesterday, and it's not been a good start for him, but it is Diljit TS who's in the lead. Dark Dawn Racing, the racer from Kerala. Off to the first few corners, the tricky ones, and uphill on the straight. Again, that's a good battle between Dark Dawn Racing and M Sport drivers.
Unbelievable stuff from Diljit TS. Remember, he started off on P2 straight away, picked up within the first 200 meters itself. He was the one who was going into C1 first, ahead of Sohail Shah, and a couple of M Sport cars just being pushed back. There's Sohail Shah there. Don't forget Ragul Rangasamy will be looking to catch up as well. But there you can see exactly how the order is running. You've got 3 M Sport cars now, one after the other, because there's Sohail Shah, there's Ragul Rangasamy, and Vishnu Prasad, who are running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the moment.
Well, at the end of the first lap, it is Diljit TS who's leading the line. Sohail Shah coming in 2nd, Ragul Rangasamy 3rd, and Vishnu Prasad, the race winner from yesterday, crossing the line in the 4th of lap 1. And we got Vinal Maini as well moving up.
Well, my heart bleeds for Rohit Khanna. That first lap itself, he's just gone off the track onto the gravel at the first corner itself, and I think he's lost out on a lot of positional standings. He was actually starting this race on P4, looking to make it big right in the first lap itself. I think losing control into C1.
But it is still Diljit TS, the former champion, who continues to lead the line. We got likes of Sohail Shah, Raghu Rangaswamy hot on his trail, but he's got a decent little gap of about half a second. That's not enough, but enough for him to be ahead, coming to the end of lap number 2. And again, there's a big gap. The battle for first, second, third is certainly on. The GTS again continuing to lead the line. Sohail crossing in second, Raghu third, Vishnu Prasad fourth, and Chitesh Mandodi is in the 5th position. But Chitesh, another former champion.
Yes, he won the title a couple of years ago. Last year it was Raghu Rangaswamy, remember? So he's the defending champion, currently in 3rd at the moment. As we are into lap 3 of this race, it's eventful to say the least, and now a staggered kind of a grid. Total 26 cars were there on the grid. Remember, before the start of the race, you had 5 grid penalties given to a couple of competitors for an engine change.
And that was for Rahul Deshpande and Chitesh Mandodi. A 5-place grid penalty for an engine change before the start of the race. But it is Diljit TS who's very smoothly and very confidently, comfortably gliding through the track, continuing to maintain his lead. Again, coming in across the finish line of lap number 3. There's a good battle going on at the right at the top, and then you got the 5th, 6th and the 7th, and a bit of a distance away. But these 4 certainly fighting it out for the top honours. Again, Diljit TS.
What is interesting to see is this bunch up of top 4, the packs that have broken away, and I think it's going to be really tough for someone like Diljit TS to stave off the kind of challenge that he's going to get from those 3M Sport cars. Vishnu's just biding his time, I get a feeling, sitting behind Raghu Rangaswamy, and then Chitesh Mandodi leading the second pack of cars that's there. He's in 5th at the moment, is Chitesh. You'll see his car come around in the far set of cars. This is, of course, the race leading pack of Diljit, followed by the 3M Sport cars. And now Raghu looks to make a move, is he? He's just trying to go take the inside line, covering in quickly in lead. Kari Singh looking on from the control tower, keeping a hawk's eye view on the proceedings.
I think it's 3 against 1 now as far as the top 4 are concerned, with 1 Diljit TS and 3M Sport cars. And as you said earlier, Raman, that it's not just an individual aim, not individual glory at stake, but also you got the team work coming in. And again, looking to come from the outside. There's a slip up there. But Diljit TS, well, he's lost out the lead now.
Yes, there was action, not just at the back, but action at the front as well. You had Sohail looking to distract Diljit, and Raghu Rangaswamy has taken advantage of that. That distraction worked. Diljit TS looked to cut inside to cover the inside corner. Raghu took the outside line and went on to overtake Diljit. He's taken the lead. Now the yellow flag's out, which is why you can see the drivers raising their hand, letting the competitor behind them know, don't overtake. There's a yellow flag. Hold your speed. I'm holding my position as well.
I think Diljit will be happy with that, because he's just lost that first spot.
So you'll have the safety car going out there as well. Remember, there was an M Sport car that actually was stranded in the middle of the racetrack, which is why the race was yellow flag. And because of the yellow flag being brought out, now the safety car will do a round of the track to ensure there's no debris. It's safe for the race to continue. So till the time the yellow flag's out, the racers will hold position. No overtaking allowed.
Absolutely no overtaking allowed. We're coming to the end of lap number 5 as well, with Raghu Rangaswamy leading the line, overtaking Diljit TS in that round. Diljit second, Vishnu Prasad moving up to 3rd, Sohail Shah dropping down to 4th, and then Ashwin Datta has moved up to 5 as well. So he's overtaken Chitesh Mandodi in that, and that gap that we saw between fourth and the fifth is also now closed up. So it gives all the riders, all the racers to catch up and form a line behind that safety car. As you can see, gliding through the track, making sure that it's absolutely safe for all the cars and the drivers itself. But no overtaking allowed when the safety car is out. The yellow flags are out as well. And I think Diljit has just lost the lead to Rahul. I think he'd be giving himself a chance now that once the safety car dives into the pit lane, he will give it an all-out go.
I'll also keep an eye out on that safety car. And the lights of the safety car have actually been switched off, which means right at the end of this lap, the safety car is going to straight away go into the pit lane. It's a clear signal for the drivers behind them that hang on, racing action is just about to begin very quickly. Now is the key. You keep an eye out on Ragul Rangasamy. When is it that he's going to really push in on the accelerator, and does he get the momentum right at the correct moment? Because you'll have someone like a Diljit TS also, you know, having an eye out, saying, okay, when is it that the safety car's in the pit and I'm going to go in and try and eke past Ragul Rangasamy here.
And Ragul's been very clever. He's just held off his pace, just trying to get that little bit of a free track ahead of him, because obviously with the safety car out, all the traffic will then line up at the back, and then he'll have a quick clear go. And now they've taken off with the safety car diving into the pit lane, and off they go again. The thrilling race action again commences with Ragul Rangasamy leading the line, TS second, followed by Vishnu Prasad and Sohail Shah. And now we can see again they're all around him. The M Sport cars are all around Diljit TS.
Teamwork at its best, that's what I'd call it. Because exactly what the M Sport drivers have done is there's a bit of an incident there. Luckily, all cars still on the racetrack, but it just seemed for a moment there was a tussle between a Dark Dawn racing driver and an M Sport car.
I think Sohail Shah, who spun off, and again he's back on the track though, but Ragul continues to lead the line. Vishnu Prasad now moved up to second, and Diljit TS drops down to third. Well, it's the two M Sport cars, 1-2, and then Diljit TS coming in at second off Dark Dawn, in fact at third now, Dark Dawn Racing. And Sohail Shah dropping down, started, remember, at P1. Sohail yesterday as well started at P1, eventually ended up spinning off, and that's what happened today as well. He's dropped further down, in fact, as Sohail Shah. That's allowed Ashwin Datta and Chidesh Mandori to come further up.
Yes, that's the other thing you've got to watch out for. Now Diljit trying to use the slipstream to go past Vishnu Prasad. You can see them in the previous frame. You can clearly see the way Diljit now covering the line. Now it's just those two M Sport drivers aren't giving an inch to Diljit to go past. Ragul still in the lead. Vishnu barely holding on to second. There's a slight touch of tires. That's all right. Absolutely nothing in that. If you look at the tactics, that Ragul, he generally takes the inside line going into C1. Vishnu is the one who's covering the angle. So there's no real way past for Diljit TS at all.
Excellent stuff this from the M Sport team, not allowing their opponent to get past. But again, you know, before that couple of turns ago, there was that little contact between Ragul and Vishnu, and both of them from the same team itself. So even Vishnu is not giving up the hopes of going on and getting past Ragul Rangasamy. But I think the first target will be to not let Diljit TS pass first of all.
Well, remember, he's a multiple-time national champion. Vishnu Prasad, been there, done that. Here's the story. Is there going to be a safety car that's going to be coming out? I think one of the cars losing its nose. I think it was the Ahura racing car. I wonder if that was car number 16, whose nose we had seen had fallen off. Was that Mega? We'll get confirmation of that. For the moment, the safety car's out as well because of that little incident involving an Ahura racing car. So the drivers will again have to hold positions. It's Ragul followed by Vishnu, and then there's Diljit. Now this is what transpired. Got it on camera. So this is it's car number 21. So there have been two Ahura cars that have had a bit of an issue. Ojasvi there.
Yeah, Ojasvi Mehta from Mumbai just slipping off, and again at that corner one, we've seen a lot of those slips and incidents happen at that corner yesterday as well.
The track's clear, there's no worry there. You could also see by when you came out of C1, there was another Ahura car, Ahura racing car number 16, I think it was Megha's car that had lost its nose. And you can see that lying there very closely, just as you come out of C1. So, safety car out at the moment.
So again, no overtaking. All the racers will hold the line, and it's at the moment M Sport 1-2 with Raghu Rangasamy leading the line, Vishnu Prasad second, followed by Diljit TS and Sandeep Kumar in fourth, Chitesh Mandori fifth, and it is coming off now as the safety car.
Yeah, as you can see those, the red lights on top of the safety car. The moment you see them switch off, you know, well, it's time for the safety car to go into the pit lane, and you'll have racing action commencing very, very quickly.
So off goes the racing car, and again the safety car is off into the pit. Raghu continuing to lead the line, crossing in at lap number 9. Again, we see some action now coming in with Raghu, Vishnu, Diljit in the 1, 2, 3 here. And once again, on the inside is Vishnu Prasad. From the outside was Raghu, and Vishnu now, it seems, taking the lead. He's moved up to 1, and Raghu dropping to number 2. Number 3 is Diljit TS.
Yes, absolutely spot on that, Karthikeya. It's Vishnu Prasad leading the line now. Raghu's in second. He's just fallen back. And now you've got two Dark Dawn racing cars just behind him. There's Diljit TS and Sandeep Kumar. You can see Diljit with car number 7 currently running in third, and right behind him is Sandeep Kumar, who's done well so far in the race to really move up on the grid.
Vishnu, excellent maneuver by Vishnu Prasad, just coming in on the inside to overtake Raghu Rangasamy and take the lead. Remember, it was Vishnu who won the race yesterday, the LGB Formula 4. Number 99 and second, as Raghu Rangasamy. Diljit TS car number 7 coming in at third, and Sandeep Kumar coming in fourth. And again, once again, we see the top 3 just moving away, and now almost locked the car, the tyres there. Diljit coming on the outside, a bit of aggression show there by the Dark Dawn racing driver, looking to get back in the top 2, but once again covering the track very well there with Vishnu Prasad and Raghu Rangasamy. And oh, we've had an incident, but it's all right, they're back on the track. It was Manav Dogal, car number 11 of, he's a privateer from Delhi, slid off the track, but luckily for him, back on the racing track. And in the meantime, Raghu Rangasamy is back again.
Look at that. Look at the drift on the car that he's put in as Diljit. He's done everything he possibly could to try and get past Vishnu Prasad. But then Raghul's actually moved up ahead. He slowed up his car. So he's got to slam on the brakes, got to slow down. Otherwise, he's going to go nose careening into the rear of Raghu Rangasamy's car. So that's tactics for you. That's teamwork for you from M Sport.
And now he's overtaken Vishnu Prasad as Diljit. He's coming in on second now, but Raghu Rangasamy continues to lead the race, crossing in at lap number 11. Raghu Rangasamy, the fastest lap for him, 1 minute 11.672 seconds. Diljit TS now coming up in second position. Vishnu third, but now on corner number 1, Vishnu once again overtakes on the inside, but Diljit TS is not going to give up without a fight. He's trying to now go in the inside again, but Vishnu holds on. The experience of Vishnu Prasad.
Split second decision making, that's what I call it, Karthikeya. Diljit allowed Vishnu on the inner line, thinking that in case Vishnu's going to be speeding too hard, he's also going to open up a chance for him to dive back in as the moment they take that right turn onto C1. Well, this was tactics, but Vishnu, give him credit, he held on for a bit, but Diljit has wrested the second spot back. So Vishnu pushed back to third. It's Diljit who's ahead of him now. And Raghu Rangasamy is leading the line, and leading the line by a fair distance now.
Well, more than a second, the gap now between the first and the second position. It's going to be comfortable for Raghu Rangasamy if he continues to maintain those good lines. But what a battle we're having for the second and the third spot between Vishnu Prasad and Diljit TS. It's Diljit who's in number 2 position right now as they come up to the end of lap number 12. And again, tire to tire, nose to nose, head to head. And it's Vishnu Prasad again who's nicked the lead away. But he's once again coming into that corner 1. Diljit on the inside. Well, that's the advantage that he has, and he will wrestle back that second position with Vishnu. Number 3, and again, number 4, number 5 closing in on that position. So it's a good battle for second and the third for the podium.
Yes, there is, but Ragul's making the most of it. He's pulling away. We've already seen 12 laps go by, remember. So we're getting down to the business end of this race. Also keep an eye out on Sandeep Kumar, because Sandeep, who's just behind Vishnu, is actually in fourth. Vishnu looks to make a move and takes the outside line. There's not enough momentum. It's a tight left-hander and Diljit holds on.
Excellent stuff from Diljit as well. He's got a M Sport ahead of him and M Sport behind him, but he's continuing to make sure that he's giving them a good run for the money.
Well, he's showing them who the Don is. He's the Dark Dawn racing driver,
Absolutely.
don't forget. The other thing is, it's a battle between former champions, so really they know what to do. But for the moment, the defending champion Ragul Rangasamy is driving like a dream. On the straight, the other part is Vishnu Prasad looks to brake early. A lot of times you see drivers try and use the slipstream, but he's got the momentum. Has he gone past Diljit? But will he be able to hold on to that lead? No, he cannot. He went ahead of Diljit on the straight, but Diljit held the driving line, had the inside line, took that second spot back. This is a battle that'll go on right till the very end. Not to forget, there's Sandeep Kumar, who's having to fight a battle of his own because he's got a challenge coming his way. That's the battle that's on for the fourth position. Vishnu, remember, has already won a race. He is looking for... Oh, was that another car that was stalled on the side of the track? Just got a glimpse of it from one of the camera angles. Vishnu, meanwhile, goes past. Does he? We'll have to wait and watch whether he can hold on to that position. Ragul's in the lead, though, at the moment. 13 laps gone, and he might be able to hold on. He's going to take the checkered flag. Yes, he will. So it's Ragul Rangasamy who's gone on and taken the checkered flag. Diljit barely holding on to that second spot. Vishnu Prasad is the man who's going to finish third. Remember, with that extra formation lap that had happened, it was down to a 14-lap race that I'd said before as well. And at the end of 14 laps, it's Ragul Rangasamy who has gone on and clinched a race win. Another M Sport race driver takes the race win.
It's a terrific race from Ragul, who started off at P6 and eventually winning the race, crossing the checkered flag first. Diljit TS starting at P2, coming in second, and Vishnu Prasad, who started at P8, remember, won the race yesterday in a reverse grid, had to start at P8, did a terrific job to come in at number 3. Wonderful stuff. Got a feel again, once again, feel for Sohail Shah and Rohit Khanna. Sohail Shah again starting at P1, but eventually not ending up finishing the race, and Rohit Khanna, who had a podium finish yesterday, but was given a 2-place penalty for crossing Ragul yesterday during when the yellow flags were out. So he spun out on corner number 1, and that was the end of it, and had Sandeep Kumar coming in at number 4, Chitesh Mundodi finishing number 5. But what a terrific, thrilling race. We've had the best lap coming in from Diljit TS, 1 minute 11.256 seconds. So it's Ragul Rangasamy coming in first, Diljit TS coming in second, and Vishnu Prasad taking the third spot on the podium as the cars now dive into the pit lane through towards the weighbridge. But what a race. These three gave it their all, but in the end it was Ragul who came out right on top.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
You talk Coimbatore, you talk about wind and cloud cover. You talk about motorsport, you talk about JK Tyre. And when you talk about JK Tyre and JK Motorsport, you only talk about one man, and that's Sanjay Sharma. Great to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Just talk us through the 22nd edition of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. And there's a whole lot of focus on youth once again.
Of course, and it just gives us goosebumps. Anyway, I think we've come a long way, and it's been a successful journey. But there's a lot of twist this year, so we're going back to the basics, and this is where this whole thing has changed. That the number of novice that have entered, is actually is quite a delight to watch.
You're looking back at how you've got the Novice Cup, where young drivers are being given an opportunity. Some of the non-podium finishers, some of the karters who are doing, getting a chance to step up to the big plate.
That's the good part of this whole program from JK Tyre, because here it's actually you just need to find your entry, and then you keep winning and keep progressing, and right till the top. Whenever you are in the sport, with your luck, with your talent, with everything is paid for. And there now getting the top saturated, and at the same time having the base kind of grow multi times. I think that the program is working well, and you will soon, in a year or two, see many guys flying your flags internationally.
That's what we're all hoping for, aren't we? Again, you're talking about youngsters in racing. You've got young bikers taking to the racetrack as well with the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup and the Red Bull Road to Rookies Cup.
Absolutely, that's what I said, that this is what was required, and we were building towards it. But I'm glad that it has happened within 3 years of our planning, and the kind of entries that we have. The best is that we can't take any more. So what else will an organizer or a promoter want from an event?
And you're looking at this season where you've had a category come in. There's a category that makes way for that change as well, and a lot of focus of JK into rallying once again.
Oh yes, of course, because all these are like they complement each other, and we are also back into four-stroke karting, because it's the same ethos, it's the same program. So we have to get back to grassroots on racing. So we start from four-stroke, we built up on novice, and then we grow from here. At the same time, the sport this country loves the most, because nowhere in the world you have terrains which change in 200-300 kilometers. From 500 kilometers, from plus 48, you can go to minus 40. So this happens only in India. And so taking advantage, we're back in rallying. And as luck would have it, made us come back after 12 years and won the first rally. So couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, again, let's talk about the return of the return or the homecoming of Gaurav Gill. Started off with JK, back with JK with rallying.
It's all part of the same plan, because the time when we were quitting or we were taking a sabbatical because we had no programs. One of our competitors in business, they had a fantastic program internationally running, and it was kind enough for them to pick up Gaurav. In the bargain between the two manufacturers, look at his career. Super. He's right up there. On his day, he can beat anybody.
And he's back in the fold.
Yes, of course.
So we're looking forward to an exciting season of racing here and rallying as well.
Absolutely. This year is really exciting.
As they say, in motorsport with JK Tyre, there's never a dull moment.
You bet. And you missed out on off-roading, because even that's growing leaps and bounces.
There's just so much happening that they're bound to forget. But thank you so much, Hardy, for joining into this conversation. And high hopes from a lot of these youngsters moving ahead.
Pleasure is mine. And I'm quite sure you will be very busy for next few years.
Thank you so much. That's great news. Music to my ears. That's music to the drivers' ears as well. You can hear the engines revving. It's the JK Tyre Novice Cup that's just about to get underway. Thanks so much again, Hardy. We'll catch up with you. It's Chirag Ghorpade. Remember, before I let you go, this young lad who's come through your karting program, been a champion through and through. He's won 2 races yesterday. He's looking good for another one today.
No. I wish him luck. And everyone is a champion here. Whoever finishes, you have to first finish to finish first. So it's a simple logic.
Absolutely spot on. And if you finish first, it's a bonus. He's had a fantastic 14th birthday, Chirag Ghorpade, yesterday. The celebration's been good for him. Let's see if the party continues. Thanks again, Ardi. That's all we have for you. Race action coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Raman. Chirag Ghorpade, the man winning both the races yesterday of the JK Tyre Novice Cup, and this is the third and final race of this category in round 1 of the 2019 JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. We'll move on to round 2 after that, but first, this is race number 6 of the opening weekend. We've had one race already today, an excellent race, and in the LGB Formula 4 category, but this is the Novice Cup. Chirag Ghorpade will be at P1 and he will be partnered by Aror Ravindra. Both of them finished first and second respectively in both the races. They're off for the formation lap are the drivers. We'll have one formation lap. Chirag Ghorpade P1, Aror Ravindra P2. Parikshit Dardali will be at P3. Remember, finished third did Parikshit in the second race yesterday, and Sai Prithvi Sudhakar at P4. That's how the grid will line up. Chirag Ghorpade with P1, Aror Ravindran P2, Parikshit Dardali P3, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar P4, Himant Verma P5. We got Mihir Awalaki P6, Harshit Agarwal P7, Udbhav Goyal P8, Kishore P9, Jaswant N P10, and Himanshu Tukral along with Santosh Singh will be P11 and 12 respectively. Raghav Kapoor at P13, Abhishek Mittal P14, Yokeshwaran Krishnavelu P15, Aditya Swaminathan P16, P17 and 18 will be Tejas GS and Faizat Tinwala, and then Shyam, who started the second race yesterday at P1, had an incident-filled race, will be back at P19 with Aman Chaudhary, P20, P21 and 22 taken by Mohammad Raza Sheikh and Mohammad Rayan. Remember, Mohammad Rayan came in third in the first race of this category yesterday. David Ryan on P23, Ayan Sharma P24, Digeshwar Jamwal P25, Chetan Surineni P26 and Mohammad Sheed P27. Coming around the final corner are the racers as the formation laps about to come to an end, and will be ready for racing action very, very quickly. The Bangalore boy in Chirag Ghorpade winning both the races yesterday, and he wasn't very far ahead of Aror Ravindra, the lad from Mumbai who came in second in both the races. Raman is now back in the comm box. Welcome back. Pretty windy outside.
Super stuff. Great weather. And I tell you what, the racers aren't going to be complaining about that little breeze till the time it doesn't become a gust. Because the moment it becomes a gust, which it is turning into now, you're going to get a fair bit of wind resistance. They're off now. Race action getting underway in this race. It's a 10-lap race, remember, the JK Tyre Novice Cup scenario. Remember, you had 2 10-lap races yesterday as well for the JK Tyre Novice Cup. This is underway once again, and well, this is going to be an interesting one. Are they planning a 15-lap race? There's an incident straight away.
As always, it's corner 1 that we see. Mihir Awalaki, one of them spinning off, and that's trying to come in from the inside. And well, again, it is car number 2, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar as well involved there. Gush of dust coming out as well, a few of them have avoided. Car number 6, Tejas GS, piled up on another car. I think that's the end of the race for both of them there.
At least one of them, for Tejas for sure, because his axle might have come in for a serious bit of damage. You have 4 or 5 cars, and straight away the race has been red flagged in the opening lap itself, and that means that you're going to have a restart to this race. With
Where have we seen that before?
yesterday in race 2.
Same category. So the racers will now come back onto the grid again, line up, and we'll have to restart the race. It was a good start for Shyam as well. Remember, Shyam started at P19 and he moved up to the top 5 very, very quickly. But we'll have to wait for the track to be cleared up, and then we'll have the race underway once again. But Chirag doing a great job avoiding that. So red flag, as you can see, the marshals will stop the race. It will be a restart, and once again it's that one corner, corner 1, the first one, that proves to be tricky for these young novice drivers.
Ready for the restart of the JK Tyre Novice Cup. Keep an eye on the lights. Oh, what was that there? I thought there was a false start from Parikshit Dardali. Oh, and there's another incident. But luckily all cars still running. Sure, the race officials are going to take another look at that race start to see whether there was a false start by a couple of drivers. One of them for sure seemed to be Parikshit Dardali.
And once again, it's corner number 1 that gets its first casualty of this race, sliding through. The tires getting jammed in, and well, do we have another red flag there? That's a yellow flag coming in, that's for sure, because the safety car will come out with that driver on the top left of your screen.
Yes, but no red flag at all, because there's no incident per se. It was just the green flag waving go. That is, you can continue racing. That was what was being waved at the exit of C2. So race action continuing as per norm. There was a yellow waved only for corner 1 because the car had gone off the racetrack onto the gravel, but well out of harm's way. So absolutely no other obstruction on the racetrack. So it's back to racing. No real impediment for no real impediment for the race leader, which is Chirag Ghorpade at the moment.
And it is Chirag who's leading, followed by Arur Ravindra. Coming in at number 3 is Dimant Verma of Haston Performance, the Mumbai lad. Moving up to 3, the safety car would be deployed now because of that incident. As you can see, yes, there is that safety car coming out. And at the end of lap 1, it is Chirag Ghorpade leading, followed by Arur Ravindran, Dimant Verma, Harshit Agarwal, Mihir Avalaki, Kishore, Udbhav Goyal, Aditya Swaminathan. Shyam has moved up to 9. He started at P19. And then apart from that, you got Parikshit Dardali, who seemed like he had a false start just a fraction of a second before all the 5 greens were off for the start of the race. Now all the drivers lining up behind the safety car. No overtaking allowed, remember, in this safety car lap, just to make sure that the track is ready for racing again.
Yes, the 5 reds were on and they had to wait for them to go off. And I think that's where you had that little jump and the false start from Parikshit Dardali, but we'll have to wait and watch.
We already lost about 4 cars in that first lap of the race before it was restarted, and now corner 1 again, counting for 2 more cars at the start of this race again.
They're running behind the safety car. They'll have to hold formation. They'll have to be in formation. As you see the flickering lights, I'm not talking about the hazard lights, but the flickering lights on top of the wind spoiler on the safety car. Keep an eye on them. If those lights are turned off, it'll mean that the safety car is going to be heading back to the pit lane. But take a look at the incident right at the start of this race. Now keep an eye on there. That's the start I was talking about for Parikshit Dardali. So I think that's a false start, did he? Oh, and then came another incident. This will be a better look.
He's trying to come in from the behind and then hitting the tire of the car in front of him, doing a bit of a wheelie in his car. still running behind the safety cars are the racers at the moment.
We're going to take a look at that start to the race one more time. Just very quickly. From the top angle, it'll become clear. Now, he's got to be in that box. He cannot go beyond that. Can Parikshit Ardhali? He's held his position there. And that's when the race started. So, that's some redemption for him.
Well, I think the officials will have a good look at that before they make a decision. But now the safety car is back in the pit and the race is underway. Chirag Ghorpade leading is followed by Arora Ravindran. These two once again have opened up a massive gap right at the top. Again, it will be a battle between Chirag and Aro for that first and second. And then you got Harshit Agarwal in 3, and he's got company in Dimant Verma as well in car number 12. Coming in there is Chetan Surneni. Car 86, the yellow colored car you just saw. But these two once again at it right at the top, and then there's a bit of a wait, about 4-5 seconds when you get the others coming in. And now there's another incident. That's Parikshit Ardhali going into the corner there, not turning well enough, not braking well enough, and he's, I think, gone off into the gravel outside the racing track, and that could be the end of the race for Parikshit, who finished third yesterday in the second race of this category. And coming to the end of this lap, Chirag once again leading. 3 laps gone. Chirag Ghorpade well ahead. It's Arora Ravindran second, Harshit Agarwal third, Dimant Verma fourth, Mihir Avalaki coming in fifth, Kishore. And now there's another spin-off.
Big problems there. Aditya Swaminathan, well, I think just completely losing control of his car. And you take a look at the replay if possible. Yeah, that car did a couple of spins.
Again, smoke coming off the front right tire of Dimant Verma as it's comfortable up right at the top for Chirag. But he's got Arora Ravindra hot on his tails. And again, that bit of gap you can see coming in from the third. And then got the rest of them coming in. But Aditya Swaminathan, M Sport, the lad from Bangalore, that should be the end of his race as well, as he spun off a couple of spins and then onto the gravel. No such problem there for these two in Chirag and Aro.
Leading the pack at the moment, Kartikeya.
The two from Momentum Motorsport. Once again, it looks like it'll be a 1-2 for Momentum Motorsports in this race. And if you look at that gap, there's a bit of spring shocker on the track, as you can see. That would be sorted out very, very quickly. Going in, and you can look at that gap that these two opened right at the top.
Take a look at what happened here. This was the undoing for Parikshit Ardhali, and I think he's had a collision with none other than Shyam.
Yes, it is Shyam, but Shyam was all right. The engine was still running, so he got his race underway. But now you can see Shyam once again, and that's, well, he's spun off the track completely there, did Aditya Swaminathan. Couple of spins, and well, he very quickly got out of the car and ran away. Making sure smart thing done, keep safety in mind.
Away from he's all right, that's the important part. Chirag Ghorpade wide in the back. Still, we've had 5 laps go by, and he is now comfortably.
Good battle there going on between Kishore and Ulfam Goyal in the middle pack. All of them vying for that third spot, the first and the second. If these two stay on the track, the race would be between Chirag and Aro to decide that. But the others, they're having a good tussle in the middle of the pack. Once again, right behind Chirag is Aro. Excellent right at the top. It's good. I think a very, very good team rivalry as well. Healthy competition between the two.
Yes, and they've been having a go at each other all through yesterday as well, despite being teammates. There is, as you said, healthy competition, and there's a title at stake, remember. There's a championship to be won.
Constructors will be very happy. They're getting all the points as far as the Constructors Championship is concerned. But again, through that corner, as smooth as silk was Chirag, and right behind him, equally well done by Aro Ravindra. And coming in at number 3, Harshit Agarwal. There's a bit of a gap now between Ravindra and Harshit. It's about 5.5 seconds now as we come across lap number 6.
You know, the worry is going to be going past the back markers. This is where Chirag's done it very, very easy. Not taken much time. Just got past Bomberji.
No problem there at all for Chirag, but now Bomberji just sliding off that corner to let Ravindran pass by. But he's opened up a gap now as Chirag. It's about a good 1.5 seconds on Ravindra.
Yeah, that's why you could actually have, you could see a bit of smoke billowing from one of the cars.
Another incident there at the beloved corner 1. You can see in the background there's a lot of smoke coming out there.
That's Sanjay Sharma along with Akbar Ibrahim, the two stalwarts. One to the left, of course, instrumental in formulating and running the JK Motorsports program over the last 3 decades or so. But there you can see there's an issue with one of the cars.
It's just one end of DTS Racing on the left. He spun off the track as well. Troubles continue for these novice drivers in that tricky first corner, but no such trouble for Chirag or Aro. Ravindra coming to the end of lap number 7. Chirag Gurpure leading the line, followed by Aro Ravindra. Third comes in is Harshit Agarwal. Avalaki at 4th. Dimat Verma crosses the line at lap number 7 in the 5th position. Mohammad Rian moves up to 6th now, and Kishore 7th. Udbhav Goyal coming in 8th. But these two once again at it.
You know what, for me, the interesting part was the previous lap. We'll talk about it in a moment. This was smoke blowing, bellowing from one of the cars that we were talking about earlier. Seems to be car number 3. Oh,
Just one
incident there. Just one in trouble. That's car number 1. This is
Kishore.
Kishore, who's I think just had his suspension done incompletely.
Oh, the tires come off as well. The right tire's broken up, and is that due to that little bit of a spring that he saw, the big one, the shocker that was on the track? Did he miss that? No, he missed it completely, but then collided with one of the other cars and just overturned. Well, thankfully he's avoided any serious injury there as Kishore, but got Harshit Agarwal now catching up with the others. Obviously the safety car will now be out, so the gap between the first, second and the third will reduce. Stewards and the marshals once again at it. Fuel leaking as well from his car, so that could be a dangerous situation. Look at that, there's so much fuel, and then very quickly just turning the car over, heading back and making sure that the racers are made aware of the fact that they have to maintain that inside line, not to collide with the car, not to cause themselves any further damage. The safety car, as anticipated, as expected, once again back out on the track, and this time a lot slower in speed with that damage once again done at that corner. That's Alisha Abdullah, one of the team owners, former racer as well.
Oh yes, she's been there, done that. That's what you call it. Started off with biking, was one of the lone female bikers on a packed grid, and that was as a young 15, 16-year-old girl. She's been going through that grind. Then of course got the 4-wheel racing as well. Now running a team here, racing, and the JK Tyre Novice Cup.
Mohammed, she is one of the racers of the Alicia Racing team. Along with that, you've got David Ryan and Chetan Surneni, the 3 of the Alicia Racing team taking part in this category.
Fair bit of sawdust being put on the racetrack. That's because of the oil spill that you had from the overturned car. That's the reason why I just wanted to make sure that there's no oil slick that stays on the track surface.
Could have been potentially a very, very dangerous situation there, but once again, the marshal and the stewards doing an excellent job.
Yes, and also the kind of safety standards that are there on the cars as well. You look at the roll cages put in place to ensure protection for the driver. So, you know, the racer is completely protected with that roll cage, even though the car turns turtle, you're still preventing any harm from coming to the race driver. So there are these protective pieces that have been put in. You've got the neck support, the head and the neck support that the drivers are wearing. The helmets are crash proof. So the driver suits are fire retardant suits, that they're specially designed suits that the drivers wear. So all kinds of protection that can be provided to the drivers, race drivers on the track, is provided.
They're all behind the safety car now. We're coming to another lap, which is 9 gone now. Chirag obviously still leading the line. They've got Aurora Ravindran behind him, Harshit Agarwal as well, Mihir Avalaki, Mohammad Rian, Dimant Verma, Udbhav Goyal, Himanshu Tukral, Ayan Sharma, Mohammad Raza Sheikh, Abhishek Mittal, Aman Chaudhary, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar, Chetan Surnani, Mohammad Sheed, and Kishore obviously out of the race now. So again, well behind the safety car, because you can see the lights at the top flickering. So it seems that they may continue to be out on the track. Picking up some speed now is the safety car, so that could be a little indication that it could be diving into the pit lane, and we may have the race getting underway very, very quickly. Again, just making sure the tires remain warm. No overtaking allowed. Remember, when the safety car is out, so all the drivers will have to hold their position. That man again, and now it's gone into the pit lane as the safety car. So now the race is on, the action is back on. Chirag Ghorpade leading the line. Then you got Aurora Ravindran, followed by Harshit Agarwal, car number 77. These are the top three. Then following them is Mihir Avalaki, car number 4, the red car. Trying to make a move on the inside is the yellow car is and he's done that successfully as well. Wonderful stuff that coming in now again in that one corner that we keep an eye out on. So far, no incidents on corner 1 or 2 this time round.
Yes, and that's the good sign. This is the 11th lap, remember, of the race. It's a 15-lap race, so just another 4 more laps after this one.
And now he's come up on second as Harshit Agarwal is left Aurora Ravindran behind. There's a bit of a trouble there. Ayan Sharma trying to make a move on the outside as well, and you clearly see Chirag first coming in. Following him is car number 77, Harshit Agarwal, fourth coming in. And then, well, will we see another racer finish second for a change in this category? We've had Aurora Ravindran finish second in both the races yesterday. We had Chirag Ghorpade taking the winner's spot, and we have some stuff done by Mohammad Rian as well, who's come up in the top 4. In fact, he's now overtaken Aurora Ravindran in the top 3 now is
Mohammad Rian, absolutely. Harshit Agarwal's done exceedingly well as well. So you look at that car, that's car number 14, Himanshu Tukral, who's currently running 7th. So let's just run through the order. It's Chirag Ghorpade, the man in your picture frames, this young lad who's just turned 14. Look at that, another incident.
Mohammad Raza Sheikh and Aman Chaudhary there. Aman Chaudhary in car number 9, car number 70, competitor number 70, Mohammad Raza Sheikh, both involved in that little bit of an incident.
And we'll probably try and catch it on the camera angle here. Going into the corner, oh.
Wasn't very happy there, was he? Was Mohammad Raza Sheikh was trying to turn in. Was on the inside was Aman Chaudhary. Aman from Prudent Motorsport from Kolkata, while Mohammad Raza Sheikh of Viral Art, the Pune lad. And once again, it seems the safety car will be out. Chirag Ghorpade continues to lead. Now you got car number 77 of Harshit Agarwal in second, and Mohammad Rayan third.
And that's the order they'll have to hold because the safety car is out once again. Remember, 12 laps have gone by. This is the 13th lap. It's going to be behind the safety car, which means no overtaking allowed. It's a 15-lap race in all, which just clearly tells you that time's running out for Harshit and for Mohammad Rayan and for Aro. Time's running out.
Will it be 3 and 3 for Chirag Ghorpade, who continues to lead? They're all, as you see, lining up behind that safety car. The safety car taking its time, going through 14 corners on this track, maneuvering through as slow as it can to make sure there's not much problem for the racers behind it, so that gives enough time for the marshal and the stewards to clear up that corner. That, as you can see, both the drivers, well, I think both the drivers were looking to turn, never got to do a turn.
Yeah, I think the problem was it took the outside line, did Mohammad Raza Sheikh, and he was expecting Aman Chaudhary to complete the turn, taking the inside line. Aman just losing traction on his wheel. I think his car also had a damaged nose, so probably some problems in maneuverability.
So now picking up the speed is the safety car, so that could be an indication that it will be diving into the pit lane, and race action could commence very, very quickly. Remember, it's a 15-lap race. We're already through 12 laps with Chirag Ghorpade leading the line, Harshit Agarwal second, Mohammad Rayan third, and following them is Aro Ravindran, Mihir Avalaki, Dimant Verma, Himanshu Tukral, Ayan Sharma, Udbhav Goyal, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar, Chetan Surineni of Alisha Racing, and now all of them lined up. Could be a time. As you can see, the safety car now dives into the pit lane. So race on once again at the Kari Motor Speedway. Now this is a time for position 1, 2 and 3 to make sure they get off to a good start. They've got Harshit Agarwal right at his back. Harshit second, well behind Chirag, and now they've also got Mohammad Rayan in at third. This is where the straight down, where they'll try and take that lead away from Chirag, but Chirag doing a tremendous job fending off that, taking the inside line, and once again maintaining that lead. Was on the outside there was Harshit, and on the inside comes Rayan, and has he nicked the second spot away? Yes, he has. He's moved up to second, is now Mohammad Rayan, but Chirag Ghorpade continues to lead.
And also Aro Ravindra has moved into third. So Harshit Agarwal has had a double whammy. He's not only lost the second spot, he's also been pushed behind from third to fourth.
Now that's what you expect from Aro Ravindra. Wonderful racer, and once again he saw that little bit of opening and he said, well, thank you very much. Sneaks in and moves up to number 3. Now he'd be looking to go on and go back to number 4. Once again he's losing out is Harshit Agarwal. I think he's dropped down to number 5 now.
Yes, because Mihir Avalaki has moved past him. So that one little slip up has seen Harshit Agarwal drop from second to 5th.
Fine margins.
And I'll show you exactly what's happening here. This Chirag leading, car number 36. Second spot is Mohammad Rayan as we head into the last lap. Third position sees young Aro Ravindra exceedingly well. Fourth spot is Mihir Avalaki in the red car that you'll see come by now in just a bit.
So from being number 2, he's dropped down to number 6 now is Harshit Agarwal. Himanshu Tukral has also overtaken him now. This is the final lap. Can Chirag Ghorpade hold on? He's certainly opened up a bit of a gap between himself and Mohammad Rayan. Aro Ravindra at number 3. And again looking to come in on the inside there on that occasion was Mihir Avalaki to try and overtake Aro Ravindran, but failing. Ravindran closing that gap very, very quickly. Just a few corners left now for Chirag Ghorpade to make it 3 out of 3 in round 1 in this category, the Novice Cup, the JK Tyre Novice Cup, and what a weekend it will be for the young man. Celebrated his birthday with 2 wins yesterday, and he'd be looking to notch up, finish those last few rounds and get 3 out of 3 here.
Remember, he's come through the JK Tyre karting program, done exceedingly well there. Now moved up to racing in the JK Tyre Novice Cup, and it's going to be 3 out of 3 for Chirag Ghorpade. The after party continues. The birthday party might have ended yesterday, but the after party surely is on today as well.
Absolutely fantastic race forming. He started at P1, continued to lead the race through all the 15 laps, despite the fact that there was the security and the safety car coming out on a few occasions. So Chirag Ghorpade once again takes the checkered flag, wins this race. Race number 3 of this category, the JK Tyre Novice Cup. He's followed by Mohammad Rian, who, remember, finished 3rd in the first race yesterday. And then Aror Ravindran taking the 3rd spot. So a couple of second place finishes for Aror Ravindran. And today he'll have to settle for a 3rd spot. Mihir Avalaki had a decent race, finishing at 4th. Harshit Agarwal, that one mistake put him down from 2nd down to 5th. And Himanshu Tukral coming in number 5. So that's how it's all ended. But wonderful, and once again a dominating performance by Chirag Ghorpade, as you said, through the karting circuit, now on to racing, and he's certainly looking like he's taken like a duck that's taken to water. No problem at all there for Chirag.
Well, he's swimming and making the flow, not just going with it, is Chirag Ghorpade. Congratulations to the young lad, just 14, or just, should I say, a day over 14. But he's definitely said, racing is what I am made for.
As the confirmation coming in, Chirag Ghorpade taking the first position. Following him was Mohammad Rian, and Aror Ravindran today had to settle for the 3rd spot in this race. The 3rd and the final race of the weekend in this category, the JK Tyre Novice Cup.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
She's worn many hats along the way, and you look at her and you say, hang on, is she really that old? I have Alisha Abdullah here with me. She's done 2-wheeler racing, superbike racing, done 4-wheeler racing, now into managing a team in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. Long journey, Alisha.
Yeah, of course. It's been a very long journey.
How's it been overall, and how's the transition been from, the 4-wheel, 2-wheel racing scenario, still actively racing and managing a team?
It's very different because it's a lot of pressure. It used to be on the track before the red lights would go off. Now it's off the track when I'm standing as a spectator watching my boys drive, and it's all throughout. It's the pressure, but I think it's just part and parcel of life.
You've been a path breaker of sorts. One of the first girls on the track, whether it was on the super bikes going on and beating the boys on the racetrack, doing your bit in 4-wheel racing as well, doing the the tin tops as well. I mean, you've been there, done that.
Yeah.
What's been the driving force for you?
Well, it's just that I like to prove a lot of people wrong. So I think it's just whenever people put you down, it's something to do with just proving them how good a girl can be, whether it's a girl or anyone for that matter.
Yeah, they say when you're good, you're great, but when you're bad, you're better. I'm talking about the movie that you did, The Iron Machine, wasn't it? What is that? Yeah, what is it called in the local lingo?
It's called Yirumbu Kudrai, which means iron horse, it means. Yeah. And it was about bike racing. So it was a very nice movie, by the way.
Yeah, we're looking forward to more such celluloid appearances.
Yes, for sure.
Thanks so much for talking to us, Alisha. We've got race action coming up.
Yes.
And this is, of course, the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup and the Red Bull Road to Rookies Cup. Let's see what's going to happen in this race. Once again, big thank you to Alisha.
Thank you, Roman. Thank you, Alisha. Into the 7th race of the weekend, the 3rd of the day, and that is the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup and the Red Bull Road to Rookies. The riders are there. This is round 1, day 2, the 22nd JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. Off they go for the formation lap. That's how the grid will look like. Syed Muzammil Ali, the winner of the race yesterday at P1, Tanay Gaikwad at P2, Siddharth Sajan P3, Jagdishan P4, Rohan Chaudhary P5, Nix Sam P6, Jatin Purabia P7, Amul Angari P8, Sanjeev Matre at P9, Jayant Prathyati P10, and at P11 we'll have Dilip Thaniga Salam, P12 Rushabh Shah, P13 will be Kavin Ponraj, Ikshan Shanbag the young, I think 11 years and a few months old, at P14. In fact, he's just 12 now, is Ishank Shanbag. Swapnil Sonwane at P15, Vipul Hadgalkar at P16, Akshit V P17, at P18 we've got Divasa Shastaka, P19, P20 is Ram Prakash S, P21 Aryan Gaurav, P22 Dhawal Thakkar, Aditi Krishnan, P23 Ishan Shankar at P24, P25, P26 and P27 will be occupied by Prashant R, Kumar Desh Gaurav and Shimzi. P28 Jason Neto, P29 Pranay Richard, P30 Muzammil Patel and P31 Anubhav Nerwal. So the formation lap is done, ready for the race now.
Remember, Syed Muzammil Ali won the race yesterday. He's starting off on pole today as well. Tanay Gaikwad, can he challenge him? There was a battle that was on between those two. Green flag being waved just to ensure that every biker is in the right position on the grid.
10 laps is what this race will be for, and off they go. Good start there for Syed Muzammil Ali, Tanay Gaikwad as well, and Jagdishan. This is going to be very interesting. 10 laps of bike racing, and Syed Muzammil, who got the win under his belt yesterday, he'd be hoping to do the same today. In fact, a very good start for Swapnil Sonwane as well.
It's not very smooth from Tanay Gaikwad. Let's take a closer look when they'll come by. Yes, and I'm not mistaken, Tanay Gaikwad is in the race lead. Syed Muzammil has actually dropped back to 4th. It was a very good start by Tanay Gaikwad. Siddharth Sajan also rolling along nicely. The problem was with Syed Muzammil, he was beaten to C1 by Tanay Gaikwad, and I think he's relinquished not just the top spot, he's dropped down to 3rd or maybe 4th now.
Terrific start for Tanay, and he'd be hoping that he can continue that. Then now you got the mid-pack. Tanay at one. Siddharth Sajan coming in 2nd as well.
And Jagdish is 3rd, and you've got the old sitter Syed Muzammil Ali currently running 4th.
10 laps to go. There's a lot of time for Syed Muzammil Ali to get back right there. So you can see in comes number 14, Tanay Gaikwad leading the line. He's followed by Siddharth Sajan, Syed Muzammil, Siddharth Sajan. Jagdishan is up to 2, Sajan to 3, Syed Muzammil Ali has dropped down to 4, and Sanjeev Matre at number 5. So he's had a great start to this race as Tanay Gaikwad started at P2, he's moved up to 1. All he wants to do is now lead the line, make sure that he doesn't let anyone pass by. Remember, finished 2nd yesterday. He'd want to do one better today, and very, very beautifully done that through those corners, maintaining great lines, and following him, Jagdishan.
Yes, so Jagdish has moved into 2nd spot ahead of Siddharth Sajan. Siddharth's now facing some competition from Syed Muzammil. There's going to be a bit of a challenge going in there. The first lap saw a lap time of 1 minute 29, but generally you'll start getting the best lap time somewhere close to the 5th or the 6th lap of the race.
Well, yesterday, as far as you got the Red Bull Road to Rookies is concerned, it was Ikshan Shanbag who got the top rank there.
In the meantime, Siddharth's been overtaken by Syed Muzammil, who's pressing Jagadish. So this is the battle on. Look at that. The race leader at the moment is still Tanay Gaikwad, but the fight is on for the second spot. For the moment, Jagadish is holding on to that, but you've got Syed Muzammil who's pressing hard, and maybe by the time they hit C1 down the straight, Syed might be able to move into second. He's currently running third.
Well, he's trying to come in on the inside now, trying to make sure that he gets that line in. It is Tanay who leads, and they've got...
in that little battle that happened, Siddharth Sajan has slipped into second spot.
Again, yes, he's come back up competitor number 1, as you can see on his bike, and this is going to be a terrific battle. The top 4 right there, vying for 3 spots, and in fact, it is looks like it's going to be a toe-to-toe battle between Tanay and Siddharth Sajan, number 14 and number 1 respectively, and they've got Syed Muzammil Ali in the mix as well. Jagdishan, the Bangalore lad, also there. But right now it is Tanay, as you can see on your screen, number 4, and now number 18, Syed Muzammil Ali, comes in and moves up a rank further ahead. Terrific stuff this coming in, and these young boys now, as you can see, Tanay 1 and number 18, that's Syed Muzammil Ali, has moved up to second now, looking to now close the gap on the race leader, trying to make sure that he gets up front and makes it 2 out of 2 in this Gixxer Cup this week in the opening round. So once again, the battle is on between Tanay Gaikwad and Syed Muzammil Ali. Now coming in through to the end of lap number 3, and again it's that straight where he'll target that Syed. Now he's moved up to 1 now, Syed Muzammil Ali. Excellent racing there. He won the race yesterday. Now he's on the inside. Now is Tanay is looking to close that gap. Very closely followed by Siddharth Sajan and Jagdishan as well.
Yes, but for the moment, watch out for Syed Muzammil, because on bike number 18, Syed has now moved into second spot, and he's going to press Tanay. This is going to be an interesting little battle. Tanay had conceded the lead to Syed Muzammil, then taken it back, but Syed's not going to give up that easily.
Oh, he's certainly not, and once again we've had the best lap so far coming in from Syed Muzammil Ali, 1 minute 24.737 seconds. The others have been about 1:25.
Yes, but those lap timings are going to get better. It's going to be the 4th lap in progress at the moment. That's what the lap in progress is, but as we go along, I'm sure around the 5th or 6th lap, when the tires are warmed up for these bikers, you're going to get to see the best lap time in this race.
Once again, it is young man in Syed Muzammil Ali, being challenged by Tanay Gaikwad, once again coming in through that final corner up to that finish line of lap number 4, and it is Syed Muzammil Ali who will take the lead. He's straight up ahead, continuing to be the top, and once again a lap of under 1:25 for Syed Muzammil Ali. He's opened up a gap of about half a second on Tanay Gaikwad. Siddharth Sajan is in 3rd, and Jagdishan coming in 4th. Sanjeev Matra remains at 5th, and again beautiful maneuvering through those corners, as comfortable as he could be.
Yes, look at Tanay Gaikwad's body language and how he's shifting his weight on the bike. He's going a little more aggressive. He wants to make the most of it. I think he's smelt an opportunity. He was in the race lead for a while before relinquishing it. I think he's going to be pressing hard. Syed Muzammil cannot rest easy at all.
All it takes is a fraction of a second of a mistake for you to lose that. We saw that with Hemant in the previous race as well. We saw that with, he's at second, and by the end of the couple of corners, he's down to 5th. So all it takes is a fraction of a second, and Tanay Gaikwad knows that. He'll certainly will want to be right at the heels of Syed Muzammil Ali. And if he gets an opportunity to sneak past Ali. He'll try and do that with Gaikwad, but at the moment into lap number 5 through the final corner, it is still Syed Muzammil Ali who continues to lead. He's got Tanay Gaikwad behind him, Siddharth Sarjan and Jagdishan. These are the 4 right now crossing through the finish line at the end of lap number 5. And once again, that's the fastest lap we've had so far today. 1 minute 24.045 seconds.
Race control, a quick look at the hub of all the activity. This is where there's a hawk's eye that's being kept on the race by the officials, making sure that no incident is missed and the race is run clean and fair. Multiple screens showing you all parts of this Kari Motor Speedway racetrack, covering all the angles, and there's nothing that the officials can miss with this kind of extensive camera coverage.
Once again, if you look at that, Raman, slowly and steadily, all the bikers and riders, racers are clocking about 124 now. And as you said, we'll get in lap 4, lap 5, lap 6. The tyres get warmed up, and that's when the best laps start to come out. Syed Muzammil Ali with 1 minute 24.045 seconds. That's the best lap he's put in. That was the previous lap, lap number 5. You got the best lap from Tanay Gaikwad also coming in at lap number 5, 1 minute 24.439 seconds. And same coming in from Jagdishan as well, 1 minute 24.936 seconds.
Kari Singh, Rohitash, all with an eye on the screen, discussions in full flow, trying to keep a track of what happened. Also, I think reviewing one of the previous races that had happened. Probably there's a decision that's pending on one of the, the Formula car races that we saw a little while ago.
Well, we'll always have that provisional result come out, and then they'll go through the entire footage, the entire race, and then see if there is an appeal to look at, if there's an incident to look at, and then the final result will come out after a while. But right now, coming into lap number 6, and Syed Muzammil Ali continues to lead the line here in the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup, while we also have the Red Bull Road to Rookies going through same race, same lap. Age 12 to 16 will be the Red Bull Road to Rookies, and 16 and above compete in the Gixxer Cup.
And remember, the Red Bull Road to Rookies Cup is going to be seeing its final culmination as the winner of that particular age class, going all the way to compete against some of the best bikers around the world in the Red Bull Cup. The challenge that happens. So it's an international competition. We had a few Indians try to make a mark, including the likes of Sachin Chaudhary won it a couple of years ago. We've had some very young, talented bikers come through the ranks.
Final 3 laps to go. Muzammil Ali still leading by a good margin. He's now increased his gap to 2.713 seconds, well ahead of Tanay Gaikwad, who's in second, Siddharth Sarjan in third, Jagdishan in the 4th position, and you can look at that. There's a battle going on for the 2nd and the 3rd spot, but it's getting lonely at the top for Syed Muzammil Ali. He's about close to 3 seconds ahead of Tanay Gaikwad at the top, and all he has to do, like he said yesterday, stay on the bike, keep it calm and composed, and keep it simple, and he should be all right.
And look at the best time that he's clocked. It's there on the screen as well. In lap 6, he's clocked the best lap time of the race of 1 minute 23.975 seconds. That's the best that any biker has clocked today in this race.
That's the first we've had under 1 minute 24 seconds in this race. Once again, Syed Muzammil Ali cruising through the Kari Motor Speedway, this 2.2 kilometer long circuit, and he seems to be at home here. Syed Muzammil Ali won the race yesterday. That's why he started at P1. He had Tanay Gaikwad at P2. Tanay initially for a while took the lead, but he wrestled it back, and at a point of time Syed had dropped down to number 4 as well. But once again showing that grit, and again final 2 laps to go, 8 laps completed. He's leading still, Syed Muzammil Ali. Tanay Gaikwad second. He's about 3.5 seconds behind him. Siddharth Sarjan third, Jagdishan fourth, and Sanjeev Matre remains in the 5th position.
Now this is where it could get a little tricky for Syed Muzammil. He's going to have to contend with the back markers, or in the race. He's going to be lapping them. Now the bikes that you can see in your frame are actually running right at the fag end of lap number 8. While he's on lap number 9, the biker on your picture frame, that's Syed Muzammil on bike number 18. So he'll have to go past these back markers. That can be tricky at times because you're going at a much faster pace. The back markers need to ideally make way for you. It's not been the easiest path through, but he's made it, he's negotiated it cleanly.
And Alisha Abdullah, you spoke to her just before the start of the race.
I was talking to her about a movie she'd acted in a few years ago. And it was the Iron Horse, the literal translation. It was a movie on biking, and she's been in, she's done multiple hats over her career.
Two-wheeler racing, four-wheeler racing, now owns a team as well. And Sunny Kumar there.
Looking on, he's the COC for this race, making sure that all's in order, keeping a hawk's eye on proceedings.
Now that gap continues to swell with Syed Muzammil Ali heading into the final lap with a lead of just about 5 seconds over Tanay Gaikwad, who's in second. Siddharth Sarjan continues to be in third, Jagdish in fourth, Sanjeev Mhatre in fifth. And once again, these are good timings coming in. But Aditi Krishnan and Arun Gaurav, these were the two that he had to slide past when he was going through that back traffic, was Syed Muzammil Ali, and did that with ease.
I'll come back to that movie I was talking about. It's called Irumbu Kutirai, and there was a challenge that I couldn't pronounce it right. Therefore, I was always calling it the Iron Horse, the English translation or literal translation of Irumbu Kutirai.
It's a Tamil movie, and it was based around motorsports and biking as well. But Syed Muzammil Ali going in through that final lap, looking to make it 2 out of 2 this weekend in the opening round of the 2019 JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. 2 out of 2 in the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup, as he now comes through that final corner, going to take the checkered flag, and it should be Syed Muzammil Ali.
Yes, because he's gone on and taken the checkered flag. But remember, there were back markers coming there as well. So because of the other back markers that were there was a last lap placard that was being displayed for the
others.
For the others whom he had lapped. Remember, because they were 1 lap behind.
The likes of Aditi Krishnan, Arun Gaurav, Ishan Shanbag, the youngster Ishan Shankar as well, and Prashanta R, the Chennai lad. So it is Syed Muzammil Ali who's won the race. Wonderful effort. Best lap of 1 minute 23.929 for him, and it seems, if I'm correct, that is the best lap of the race as well. And he's got the better of Tanay Gaikwad once again, just under 6 seconds of a lead, and Tanay Gaikwad again finishing second, and Siddharth Sarjan again coming in third. So that's the 1, 2, 3 in this race. The second race, as he gives a thumbs up to Tanay Gaikwad, saying, well done, a great race. And it's always good to see, the camaraderie between these young bikers, the young compatriots, the riders as well.
Remember, when you're talking about a winner, you've also got to notice who the challengers were. And did they push the winner to the limit before the title was decided? And I think that was the appreciation that Syed Muzammil Ali was sharing with Tanay Gaikwad. Remember, Tanay Gaikwad led the race in the initial part. There was Siddharth Sarjan who'd done exceedingly well as well. Early on, he and Jagadish were putting a whole lot of pressure on Tanay Gaikwad, and Syed Muzammil at one point was relegated to 4th before he's had to fight his way back and clinch a Well, it's the last race of the day. It's the Formula LGB 4. Everything to race for in this opening round. We've seen a whole lot of drama. We've seen a whole lot of action and a few appeals and penalties issued out as well. The last race saw Diljit TS a recipient of a 30-second penalty, which meant that it robbed him of that second place finish. He's dropped back, and of course now with the grid that we've got for race 3 of the Formula LGB4, it's Ragul Rangasamy who starts off on pole position. The defending champion all set to go. It's the last minute, so not much time left. Vishnu is going to be on P2, everything to race for. Let's see how this goes.
Thank you, Raman. The final race of the opening weekend, round number 1 of the 2019 JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship at the Kari Motor Speedway in Coimbatore. And it will be the defending champion, Ragul Rangasamy, who will start at P1. Former champions, multiple former champions on the grid, and a grand finale to round off the first round of the championship. Off they go for the formation round. That's how the grid looks like. Ragul Rangasamy P1, Vishnu Prasad P2, Sandeep Kumar P3, former champion Chitesh Mandodi P4, Bala Prasad P5, Ashwin Datta P6, Akshay Kapoor P7, Mihir Barve P8, Vishwas Vijay Raja P9, Meera Erda P10, Manav Dogal P11, Kunal Maini P12, Megha KS P13, Diana Pundolir P14, Diljit drops down to P15 after that penalty that he received, and Hashim will be P16, Manisha Ram Kelka P17, alongside her Mrinalini Singh at P18, Phoebe Dale Nongrum P19, Ojasvi Mehta P20, and with that Sohail Shah P21. He received a penalty as well, a 20-second penalty and a 10,000 cash penalty as well, as per rule B.34. Priyanshu Talian P22, Rohit Khanna, the lad from Delhi NCR P23, Rahul Deshpande P24, Anushriya Gulati P25, and along with her Natasha Puri at P26. That's how these 26 racers will line up in the final race of the weekend. The 2.2 kilometer long Kari Motor Speedway. The wind is picking up. We had Vishnu Prasad win the first race of the LGB Formula 4 category yesterday, and Ragul Rangasamy winning the race today. In fact, yesterday Vishnu Prasad came in first, Ashwin Datta came in second, and Ragul Rangasamy came in third. It was a Chennai 1-2-3 yesterday. Same was the case this morning to start off proceedings on day 2 of round 1. Ragul Rangasamy won the race of M Sports. Then we had Vishnu Prasad coming in second of M Sports, and then Sandeep Kumar coming in third of Dark Dawn Racing. Once again a Chennai 1-2-3 there as well. The formation lap is almost done. The racers getting back to their positions on the grid, with the defending champion Ragul Rangasamy starting at P1. That's him, car number 99. Alongside him, Vishnu Prasad at P2. Keep a close eye on Rohit Khanna as well, who starts at P23. He's delivered multiple results on this track. Came in the podium finish, and off they go for the final race of the opening round. Ragul Rangasamy and Vishnu Prasad starting from P1 and P2, heading into corner 1. It is Ragul Rangasamy who's maintained the lead, but it's Vishnu's coming on the outside, and he now nicks him away. Wonderful maneuver from Vishnu Prasad to take the lead at corner 1, but will he hang on to that? Will he be able to hold on to that? It seems so. Coming through corner 2 and 3, down through that corner 4, and yes, it is Vishnu who's right at the top, followed by Rahul, and then we have the likes of Sandeep Kumar, Chitesh Mandodi as well. Final race, grand finale, and are we in for a grandstand finish? Rowan is back from his track duties, back in the comm box. Welcome back.
Yeah, good to be back to talk about what's happening on the track now. Rahul, remember, pipped to the lead by Vishnu Prasad, who's now leading the race right from C1. And the Dark Dawn Racing drivers just fallen a bit off the pace as Sandeep Kumar. He is in 3rd position.
Vishnu Prasad followed by Raghu Rangasamy, Sandeep Kumar in 3rd, Bala Prasad 4th, Ashwin Datta coming in 5th.
It's a good start from Bala Prasad. Remember, he was in 5th position and he's moved ahead of Chitesh Mandodi as well. So I think that's a good sign for Bala.
Once again, the two M Sport drivers in Vishnu Prasad and Raghu Rangasamy opening up a gap right at the top, and then you have those 4-5 racers fighting for the 3rd spot. It's going to be an interesting battle there, but it seems that Rahul is now back up ahead of Vishnu. These two exchanged the lead during the course of this weekend on a few occasions, but who will finish when the checkered flag is waved? Who will be the man crossing the checkered flag first? At the moment, though, it is the defending champion Raghu Rangasamy who's leading Vishnu Prasad by a minor 0.106 seconds.
You've got to remember another scenario is that the penalties that have been handed out have just gone up. Remember, it was Diljit who was handed out a penalty earlier, and then came a flurry of penalties that were handed out. You had Abhishek Kapoor penalized as well. The 30-second penalty added on for multiple competitors, and you just seeing a whole lot of these drivers who would finish in a particular order in race 2 being penalized for errors that they had made and pushed back on the grid with a 30-second penalty.
Well, the final standing came in for race 2 of this category. That was Raghu Rangasamy winning, followed by Vishnu Prasad. Sandeep Kumar was moved up, with Diljit TS dropping down because of the penalty. In the meantime, we're into lap number 3, and it is Raghu Rangasamy who continues to lead very closely, followed by Vishnu Prasad. In fact, it's Vishnu who's now once again taken the lead. He's moved up ahead of Rangasamy. These two continue to go head-to-head and continue to swap leads.
The time they will take each other out, I'm sure the M Sport camp is going to be happy.
They come to the end of lap number 3. Confirmation now will be coming in. There is Vishnu Prasad, and he's put in a best lap of 1 minute 11.333 seconds as Vishnu Prasad. Raghu Rangasamy second, Ashwin Datta moves up to 3rd, Chitesh Mandodi back up to 4, and Bala Prasad down to the 5th position now. So once again, these two, Vishnu and Rahul, way ahead, miles ahead of the others. As you can see in the background, the other racers trying to catch up, trying to close that gap between the others, and it's close to a 7-second gap between the second placed Raghu Rangasamy and Ashwin Datta. That's a lot of time on a track.
Oh, look at that. There's been a monstrous incident, and that's involved at least 3 cars. One of them is Vishwas Vijay Raj, whose car's actually flipped as well.
Well, the race seems to be over for Vishwas Vijay Raj. You can see his car, but the other racer, the other driver gets away and moves on. It's Rahul Deshpande, competitor number 47, who gets away, and he's back on the track. And well, we'll be hoping that he catch up now, but it's going to be a very, very difficult task as these two go again head-to-head. Moving into lap number 5, and it's Vishnu Prasad who's now coming in on the inside, and he's taken the lead away from Raghu Rangasamy. Now running into traffic up ahead will be these two. Will be a very interesting period. How do they maneuver past those tail enders?
Yes, the back markers are going to be posing a challenge later. But Diljit TS has moved up on the grid, and Diljit's fought his way up Remember, there was a Ahura racing car that came out of the pits. That's running a lap behind as well. But Diljit is climbing his way up. He's moved ahead of Chitnesh Mandodi. He's got his teammate Ashwin Datta ahead of him. But Vishnu and Ragul are the two M Sport drivers who are right up at the top.
That's that car with a lot of damage in the back, continuing to go. Yes, Rahul Deshpande continuing, although he got away from that crash, which also involved Vishwas Vijayaraj. But I think coming down through that final corner, he will dive into the pit lane. Could be a possibility, but coming to the end of lap number 5, and it is Vishnu Prasad who leads the line, followed by Ragul Rangasamy very closely. Then got Ashwin Datta, and Diljit TS has started at P15, done a tremendous job to move up to 4th as far as the list is concerned, the races, but that is the battle to look out for. Now it's Rahul who's moved back up ahead of Vishnu Prasad. It's a seesaw battle going on between the two M Sport drivers.
Yes, it is. Just keeping both of them alert. That's one. Diljit, remember, had copped a 30-second penalty because of an infringement in race 2, and that cost him a podium finish as well, and cost him a spot on the front row for the start grid for this race. He got that penalty for not complying with the yellow flag that was out. Which is Ragul Rangasamy at the moment, followed by Vishnu Prasad.
Once again, a very, very close battle between the two. Two guys from Chennai, same town, same team, M Sport, and certainly vying for that top spot in the final race of the weekend, the opening weekend. There comes in Diljit TS, third, and very closely followed by Ashwin Datta. The gap between the two is about 300th of a second between Diljit and Ashwin Datta.
Which also tells you that Diljit has had a fantastic run. He's now lined into podium reckoning as the former national champion. So remember, this is a category. If you look at the top 3 racers on the grid right now, Ragul, Vishnu and Diljit, all 3 have been national champions in the past. They all know what it takes to win a title. How competitive this particular class, the Formula LGB4, is with the experienced drivers driving in it.
Oh, you saw that's another frame where Sohail Shah is trying to get past a few riders, a few racers. Remember, he also got a 20-second penalty and a 10,000 rupees cash penalty with Sohail Shah in that previous race.
Remember, cannot be too naughty on the racetrack. The stewards are watching.
They can't be naughty anywhere. On or off the track.
At least not on the racetrack. So, there was a infringement. He deliberately pushed another car off the track, which is why he attracted not just that time penalty, but also a cash penalty as well of 10,000 rupees.
These two still running away with it. Vishnu Prasad and Ragul Rangasamy. At the moment, it's Vishnu who's leading Ragul by a margin of just half a second. Then that gap. Oh, there's a crash now. Couple of cars there out of the race already. Diljit TS up to 3rd, about close to a lap behind. Tesh Mandodi there, you just saw racing away. But it's Vishnu Prasad now continues to lead, and he's once again looking to stretch that gap between himself and Ragul, make it a little more comfortable for himself as we get into almost halfway through the race.
Now, Vishnu's done well. He's pulling away from Ragul. He's going to run into a few more back markers here with Vishnu Prasad. He's going to complete lap number 8 as we speak. Is the safety car going to come out? No, not yet. So the safety car has stayed in the pit lane despite that incident, but we'll have the safety car go out now.
Oh yes, it pops out now, does the safety car, and Vishnu Prasad has built out a lap of 1 minute 13.611 seconds. A little bit quicker than Ragul's, which is a 1 minute 14.604 seconds, and now all the cars will have to follow the safety car. They'll have to hold their position, no overtaking allowed by the time the track is cleared, the debris is cleared off the track, as well, almost overtook him there, Ragul Rangasamy, and Vishnu is waving his hand saying the yellow flag is out, mate. Calm down for a minute. Let's get the safety car out of the way and then we can get back to racing.
So he's saying just complete that entire lap. That's what the signal was to Ragul Rangasamy. So not race too much, make sure the track is clear. No debris on the track, no incident which could cause any kind of harm to the drivers. That's why the safety car is out. They'll have to follow the safety car, all the cars now.
They just play in favor of a few of those mid drivers and the one who's at the bottom. But certainly Vishnu, Rahul and Diljit TS will be looking to get off to a flying start again once that safety car leaves. See Vishnu and Rahul completing 9 laps now. Another 6 to go. Getting lonely for both of them up there. There's nobody behind. It's a 21 plus second gap between the second place Ragul Rangasamy and Diljit TS. So that tells you how far away these two have pulled off. But that will allow Diljit, the safety car being out, that will allow Diljit to very quickly close that gap and get as close to Ragul Rangasamy as possible, so that there is a possibility for him to try and push them in the very last few laps to try and get past the second position.
Now the reason why there was another lap that has happened is that the two race leaders and the man in the second place, we're talking about Vishnu and Ragul, by the time they had passed the safety car, initially had come out behind them. And so they had to slow the other cars down, make sure that Vishnu and the others completed another lap so that they can get into the current formation, which is now right behind the safety car. You've got the race leader now actually behind the safety car. When the initial in the initial laps when the safety car had come out, the safety car came out behind Vishnu and Ragul by the time they had gone by with a couple of back markers in front of them. So that's the reason why there's been the extra lap behind the safety car. Now all drivers will hold position, and as you were saying, it's going to help some of the drivers in the mid-pack catch up with Vishnu and Ragul. Especially it's going to be a great opportunity for someone like Diljit.
Absolutely.
And for Sandeep. They're in third, and Ashwin Datta, I beg your pardon, in third and fourth place. It's going to be a great opportunity for those two dark dawn racing drivers, Diljit and Ashwin, to try and mount a late challenge now on someone like
we'll have another lap behind the safety car, as you see it doesn't dive down into the pit lane, so all these drivers will have to be behind the safety car. Another lap coming in is Vishnu Prasad, followed by Ragul Rangasamy, Diljit TS, and because of that safety car being out there, the gap, which was about 21 seconds between Rahul Rangasamy and Diljit TS, is now just a shade under 2 seconds. So a big opportunity for Diljit TS now to try and crack his way into the top 2, and if possible get past both the M Sport drivers and get that top spot on the podium. So all the drivers carefully following the safety car. Sohail Shah has moved up to 5th. Started way back, did Sohail. P21 is where he started off.
Yes, and he's there in car number 24, another M Sport car that you can see in the top 5.
So that's 3 out of the 5, the top M Sport. Vishnu Prasad, Ragul Rangasamy, and 5th place Sohail Shah. 2 dark dawn races in Diljit TS and Ashwin Datta, 3rd and 4th respectively. It's coming around that final couple of corners, that final bend. It seems that now will be the time when the safety car will go into that pit lane. We'll just get to know where the speed's been picked up.
The light's gone off for the safety car, which means clearly it's going to dive into the pit lane. There you see it, and straight away the break from Vishnu, the speeding up of the car as they come down the straight. It's down to racing once again. Ragul Rangasamy looking to defend against Diljit TS.
Very, very close battle going on there for the top three now with the racing, with the safety car coming out. And now on the outside is the TS looking to get past. Raghu Rangaswamy's done that, but he's been off the track. Dust coming off, and he's lost a few places as well. He was third, he's dropped down to fifth now with that little error. But still his teammate Ashwin Datta remains third. And Sohail Khan, it seems, has moved up to, Sohail Shah, it seems, has moved up to fourth now, with Diljit TS dropping down to fifth. It is the two in Vishnu Prasad and Raghu Rangaswamy who will continue to lead. And it is Vishnu at the top position, followed very closely by Rahul. And Diljit once again looking to drive on the inside, looking to challenge Sohail Shah and teammate Ashwin Datta.
The best lap time for Vishnu in this race has been a 1 minute 11.333 seconds. We're into the 12th lap here. It's a 15 lap race, remember. If there's no further incident in the race, Vishnu's got to hold on to that lead for the next 3.5 laps to take the checkered flag.
Rahul may be his teammate, but he's certainly going to give him a good run for the money in this last 3 laps. He will make sure that there's nothing coming easy Vishnu's way, and the competition coming in with Ashwin Datta crossing that finish line at the end of lap number 12 in third position. Sohail Shah coming in fourth, and Diljit TS dropping down to fifth. Vishnu Prasad continuing to lead the race, very, very closely followed by his teammate Raghu Rangaswamy. Once again through those tricky corners in corner 3, 4, but now it's Rahul who's moved up ahead of Vishnu.
Yes, he's the defending champion. Remember, Raghu Rangaswamy, he won the title last year in a cliffhanger at the VIC. Vishnu ran in close, but in the end wasn't close enough. Rohit Khanna was another one of the competitors who was in the fray and fell away towards the end after the third round.
Finished third overall at Rohit last time round, but Raghu Rangaswamy showing what champions are made of. He was well behind. He was behind Vishnu for a very long time, but now he's nicked the lead away with only 2 laps to go. We're coming to the end of lap number 13, and it is Raghu Rangaswamy who now leads the race. Just pulled off a lap of 1 minute 11.736 seconds. And Vishnu Prasad coming in second, Ashwin Datta third, Sohail Shah fourth, and Diljit TS fifth right now. But Diljit is not giving up. He's right on the heels of Sohail Shah. There's a car that's stuck there.
Oh, that's worrying. It's a Ahura racing car.
That's in the racing line as well.
Yes, and I think well done by Vishnu and Raghu to avoid any contact with that car.
You're going to see the yellow flag and the safety car out again before that car's moved out of that track. What a battle we're having for the A, for the first and the second spot. That's a battle between Raghu Rangaswamy and Vishnu Prasad. And then the battle for the third spot between Ashwin Datta, Sohail Shah and Diljit TS.
This, remember, is the penultimate lap that the race is doing. 13 laps have gone by. This is the 14th lap, which is nearing an end, and then there'll be just one more lap to go. It's still Raghu Rangaswamy who's leading as we reach the final lap. Vishnu Prasad in second, 300th of a second separating these two M Sport drivers. Going into tight C1, it's challenging but not taken out.
Rahul holding off the challenge in the first couple of corners there, continuing to maintain the lead. The car is now the one that stopped in the previous lap, is off the track, so no problem there. Vishnu now trying to come on the outside, but excellently done there by Raghu Rangaswamy. Holds off the challenge in the meantime. It is Ashwin who's in third, and Diljit TS, if I'm correct, has moved up to the fourth spot, right behind his teammate. But the battle for the top of the podium continues between Raghu Rangaswamy and Vishnu Prasad. It is Rahul who's leading, but not by much. Vishnu on the inside now, looking to try and get past his teammate Raghu Rangaswamy. And will he manage to do so? It seems so. He will. He's on the inside of that turn, the sharp turn, and yes, he's done that as Vishnu. But will he be able to hold off the challenge of Raghu Rangaswamy in those final last turns and last curves? This is the final turn coming in. This is going to be a photo finish, but it seems that Vishnu Prasad may hold on to the win. Will he? Oh, yes, he will. It is Vishnu Prasad who's nicked the race away from teammate Raghu Rangaswamy. This has been fantastic. And then coming in next will be Ashwin and Diljit, followed by, but Look at that. Rohit Khanna up to 5th now. That's when he started way back, did Rohit, in P23.
Three dark dawn racing drivers, Ashwin Datta, Diljit TS and Rohit Khanna finishing in the top 5, albeit on the podium. It's only going to be one of them, that's Ashwin Datta with the 3rd spot finish. The win for Vishnu Prasad, barely just pipping Ragul Rangasamy to a race win in the final lap of a 15-lap race.
0.068 seconds. That was the difference between the first and the second spot.
And if you dozed off, you probably would have missed it in the blink of an eye.
I know someone who may have. Oh, what a race, what a win for Vishnu Prasad. It's M Sport 1-2 with Vishnu Prasad winning the race, and Ragul Rangasamy, the defending champion, coming in 2nd, and Ashwin Datta 3rd, Diljit TS 4th, and Rohit Khanna coming in 5th. So that's the confirmation coming in. Vishnu Prasad takes the checkered flag, wins the race by a margin of 0.068 seconds ahead of Ragul Rangasamy, and Ashwin Datta finishes 3rd. What a weekend we've had of motorsport racing. Round 1 coming to an end of the 2019 JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. The 22nd edition started off in fine fashion here at the Kari Motor Speedway. He won the race yesterday. Vishnu came in the podium, and end of the race, end of the round as well there at the Kari Motor Speedway. Brilliant, brilliant motorsport action throughout the weekend, and Vishnu Prasad, the winner of the grand finale, beating teammate Ragul Rangasamy.
Yes, so with that, the curtain comes down as far as round 1 is concerned for the 22nd edition of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. We'll have the presentation ceremony come up in just a while. And remember, then heading into what will be round 2 in a few weeks from now, which will again be at Coimbatore.
And off they go for the first race.
Vishnu Prasad, who are running 2nd, 3rd and 4th at the
spot.
out for now. Diljit trying to use the slipstream.
Coming in with Ragul. In 4th, and again, once again, we see the top 3.
Position.
totally at the grassroots level, and that's how you've noticed that there's a novice category even in this race, which has almost 28 cars, which will grow to 30 plus by the time you come next time around, because there were few cars which are not ready. And so similarly, in the Suzuki Cup, you have 28 new riders. So it's not a repetitive, because even there you may have noticed last year that there was a repetitive performance by the people at the top, and the people in the middle and back were not benefited. So the whole program now shifts to driver development, and that's how the base has been increased. And it doesn't finish here. We are also going to start our 4-stroke karting.
Right, so we've seen an action-packed day. There's a press conference that's on with Mr. Sanjay Sharma out there. Let's hear what's transpiring there.
Coming in from karting to 2-stroke karting to the Novice Cup to the LGB, and that's how this whole program works. Now coming back to what happens to the boys who are kind of at the top but are not getting enough opportunities to go abroad or kind of prove their mettle internationally. So for them, we are going to get an FIA accredited international series, and it is the old Formula 3 cars. Now they are rechristened and renamed, so we are in process of finalizing the paperwork. But so we get them, and to start with, we have to do it in BIC in Delhi, because there are a lot of safety regulations that we need to kind of go through, and eventual intention is to become part of a World Series. So for first year, we will have 50% grid or 40% grid with Indian drivers who will compete with the existing drivers in the series, and not invited drivers or guest drivers or also drivers, but the drivers who are making a difference at the top. And this will be introduced in BIC, and from there on will become part of the national calendar. So this is what our story for this year is, and I hope as these 22 years have gone by, the next few will be even more exciting. Now can I answer a question? Everyone is too bold. Yeah. I think that's the only thing which gets resolved, because if you see the budgets, what are required to go to the next level, and our program only entitles one fellow to be supported, because what happens is the budget is limited. So you have a choice: you can distribute to 10 people, or you back up one, so that at least there is a progress route. Arjun Maini, Kush Maini, you know, that Mahadik. So there are examples who have benefited from the program. Imagine if we dilute it and even kind of start giving the same amount of money to 10 people, and they can't raise the balance. No one gets benefit. So it's better to keep that program the way it is. And specific question, yes, that BMWs, but when you go to the next level, how do you survive? So how do you get trained? So now live example you have is your BMW. Whichever kid in the same category in F4 has gone, whether in Asia or in Europe, all right, is not at the top, at the bottom of the pyramid. They're all up there in top 5 if they're not winning, you know, and things like that. So you prepared them well. You prepared them in your own backyard. You prepared them suiting their pockets, and it helped. And I believe the same would happen in F3 also. So that's why we are not just getting it and giving you a free drive, you won something and you got a free, it's not like that. You first compete with your foreign partner, then you analyze, then you have teams, they help you, you know, and then you graduate, and then you go to the next level. But before you unleash yourself internationally, be prepared, so that you're not caught napping on basics. You're not caught napping on technology, access to technology, access to terrain, access to dealing with these teams. You know, all that. So it's better to learn it back home than wasting a year abroad, which costs you insane amount of money. that's exactly what I said. Now, I never wanted to name them because it is not fair to name one and leave few. But, you know, we all know who follow that there are 4 to 5 drivers, even at the moment as we speak, whether they are right, they have driven in my series or our claim to do a national championship event. So we actually go back to our federation to say we are capable of driving, of running an international event. Our stewards are capable, our technical delegate is capable, our marshals are capable, our infrastructure, our safety, everything. So this is a normal ethical practice that you must run an event before you pitch for a championship round. So goal is championship, you know, and out there for anyone else, it's a commercial deal. What goes, you pay a price and you get it. But that's not how things happen. Because here safety is not compromised with anyone. And why should our boys not first compete with the foreigners and see where they stand? Because I've always propagated that whenever you have money, do more testing. Only events don't prepare you for the next race. Yeah, we are just, because you see paperwork must finish so that we don't make a mistake. You know, today's world, everything is on the net. So, you know, sometimes you get into embarrassments by making wrong statements. So, yeah. Yeah. November. Yeah. We'll have to increase the number of events there, you know, so that is one. Here we can't. This is not, here we can't. In Chennai we can, but there is a little bit of conflict we have on organization. So we will talk to the organizers because we have our own team of organization. Chennai has its own rules of organizing events. So as of now, it's not suiting us. And I think going forward, everyone does things for the sport. So maybe they also kind of accommodate running a good yeah, why? Because you never know. As of now, sir, yes, but I am told there's a track which is coming up somewhere in Karnataka and it's at an advanced stage. I'm only told, I've not seen. But one project I'm fully aware of is in the western India. It's between Bombay and Pune. That is on paper for sure is done, and so we should, I think, in the next 2 years have at least 2 more tracks in the country. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's go to the prize giving now. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to go to the track in a car, please feel free. Yeah?
Well, you heard it from the man there himself, and by the time and off they go for the first race.
Vishnu Prasad, who are running second, third and fourth at the
and the spot.
Out for now, Diljit trying to use the slipstream.
Coming in with Rahul. In the fourth, and again, once again, we see the top three.
Position.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around, yeah. Brake मार, turn around, yeah.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए जेके टायर रेंजर सीरीज विद सुपीरियर ब्रेकिंग, स्टॉप फ्रॉम 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around, yeah. Brake मार, turn around, yeah.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए जेके टायर रेंजर सीरीज विद सुपीरियर ब्रेकिंग, स्टॉप फ्रॉम 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. Skill, dedication, passion, determination make a contender a champion. And the consistency to succeed over and over again makes the champion a legend. Gaurav Gill started karting with JK Tyre 1999. 3-time JK National Racing Champion. 4-time Indian National Rally Champion. 2-time Indian Open Wheel Racing Champion. Indian Touring Car Champion, 3-time Asia Pacific Rally Champion, 2-time World Rally Championship driver, Sports Illustrated Athlete of the Year 2017, Motorsport legend, JK Tyre, pioneer of the rally circuits in India, sponsors of the iconic Himalayan Rally, NRC champion team for 7 years on the trot. JK Tyre, dedicated to developing motorsport in India for almost 4 decades. One who has nurtured motorsport talent in India to achieve international milestones. The final word in Indian motorsport. JK Tyre are back to the ground where the journey began with Gaurav Gill with a comprehensive rallying project. The homecoming as the legend meets his legacy.
Where are you, Aryan? Aryan is a young lad, very shy, hardly talks much. Ana vandi otumbada bayangama pe otuvar. Let's give him a big round of applause, everybody. Aryan, ladies and gentlemen. The winner takes it all, only 12 years of age, and he's got so much of promise. Let's call Ishan Shenbag, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Ishan Shenbag. Congratulations. Very, very done. And now as the trophy is handed over, let's give them a big round of applause. Everybody, come on, put your hands together as Ishan Shenbag takes the trophy. Mr. Kobayashi, please do stay with us. I'll take a quick comments. Aditi, so finally you got your due, you deserve it. You need to say your thank yous.
Yeah, I'd love to thank Suzuki, JK Tyre Motorsports and Apex Racing Academy for giving me such a wonderful opportunity.
What a great moment. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your trophy for the one last time for the cameras, please. Raise your trophies. Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much. Congratulations. If you could exit the stage. Thank you. Mr. Kobayashi, if you could please stay back with us. Right, let's put it up for the JK Tyre. Once again, Red Bull Road to Rookies Cup. This is for the today's race number 2. I invite on stage, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's give it up for Aryan Gaurav, who finishes at number 3. Aryan Gaurav, who finishes at number 3. This is for today's race. Come. You can go at the Red Bull as well. Aryan Gaurav finishes at number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 2, let's give them a big Coimbatore welcome. Prashant R finishing at number 2. Congratulations, Prashant. Prashant, where are you? They have a lot of promise. Ladies and gentlemen, let's call the winner. Let's call the winner as they come down. Let's call the winner, Ishan Shenbag, 12 years of age, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, everybody, Coimbatore. Red Bull Road to Rookie Cups, identifying our next stars. Right, it's time for Aryan Gaurav to take his trophy. Congratulations. Big round of applause. And it's now time for Prashant to take his trophy. Well done indeed. One more trophy moment for Ishan Shenbag, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. I'll quickly start with Aryan. Congratulations. How does it feel?
It feels awesome.
And would you like to say your thank yous quickly?
Yeah, thank you to.
It's okay, man. I know they're all nervous too, but it's easy to ride a bike than say thank yous. Thank you, very well done. But without further ado, Prashant, we would like to say thank yous too.
Thank you too.
Okay. How was it to drive around?
Nalla otne. Thank you for Red Bull and Gixxer Cup.
எத்தனை வருஷமா ஓட்டிட்டு இருக்கீங்க?
This year.
உங்களுக்கு இந்த ட்ராக் பத்தி வேற ஏதாவது இன்னைக்கு ரேஸ் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருந்தது?
ரேஸ் ரொம்ப ஃபைட்டா இருந்தது, நல்லா இருந்தது.
Alright, if வேற நான் ஜாஸ்தியா பேசுவேன், நான் வண்டி ஓட்ட தான் தெரியும், பேச தெரியாது. ஒரு பெரிய கதை எடுத்து தரணுமா? Come on everybody. Okay, Ishan Shenbag, How are you feeling? Kaisa lag raha hai? There's a lot of smile on your face.
It feels amazing to win a race again.
2 races in a row. What's the next plan for the next one?
The next race to win.
All right, let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your trophies one more time. Raise your trophies one more time. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. We're moving down to the Gixxer Cup. Mr. Kobayashi, if you could please stay back with us on the stage. Thank you. Right, coming down from the number 3 all the way down to the race winner. Coming down from number 3 all the way down to the race winner, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Gixxer Cup. At number 3, ladies and gentlemen, let's call on Siddharth Sarjan, who finished at number 3. Well done as a second runner-up. All right, coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is Thane Gaikwad. Well done indeed. Thane Gaikwad, where are you? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause as the winner is about to come on stage. 3 consecutive fastest lap to win. Samilali. Put your hands together. Lord of hard work. He really put it up together. And now I request Mr. Kobayashi to do the honors, starting from number 3, as Siddharth Sarjan will receive his trophy from Mr. Kobayashi. Let's give him a big round of applause as Siddharth Sarjan takes his trophy. Well done. And now Thane Gaikwad is going to receive his trophy. This is a special one as well. Had a very good fight with Syed, but Syed always had the fastest laps. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, with 3 consecutive fastest laps, let's give Syed Muzammil Ali a big, big round of applause. He's done it well. Congratulations. Gentlemen, if you could quickly raise your trophies. All right, let me quickly come in. Siddharth, my first comments to you. How does it feel? Your comments around.
It was a very wonderful race for the past 2 days, and I thank JK Tyre and Suzuki for the wonderful opportunity.
Very well done. You also had a very good fight initially when you were up, but then they finally they were too good.
At first, I had technical issues and my handling. I had a problem because of the temperature, but after that, I got used to it and somehow made it up.
Well done indeed. Congratulations. So, Thane, you had a very, very good start, but catching the man on your left is not going to be easy.
Yeah, I had a good start, but then, you know, I'm racing with equally competitive riders, so I had to settle for a second.
Where did you think you will possibly like to do best in order to make sure that you get ahead of Syed?
I think C1, the start which I had was really good, but then he had good pace, so he could catch up nicely.
Well done. Syed, how do you do it? You had a very bad start, and then you go on to win the race with 3 consecutive fastest lap time. Please tell us a secret.
There's no secret, it's just concentration, that's it. I mean, your mind has to be, you know, it has to be like in the most stable manner. You mess up your mind and you mess up your entire race, that's all.
How did you find the fight with Thane?
Yeah, my start was pretty bad. So in the first corner when I saw Thane overtaking me as well as Siddharth, so I thought, okay, let me just settle for a couple of laps. And I slowly picked them one by one and hopefully it worked. Then I thought, okay, once I hit the lead, I thought, okay, I'll start pushing every lap. I had a couple of moments. I almost lost the front in C9, but God's grace, I didn't crash, so yeah, it's fine.
All right, congratulations. Gentlemen, if you could raise your trophies one more time, please. Thank you. Well done. Thank you, Mr. Kobayashi. Thank you very, very much. That will be the presentation. Thank you, Mr. Kobayashi. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to it's an honor for us to welcome the president of the FMSCI. He's done.
One, LGB 2, 3, this 3, and then now.
So LGB Formula 4, this is going to be for the LGB Formula 4, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big honor. He's a man who's done a lot for the motorsports through the Coimbatore Motorsports. He's now the president of the FMSCI. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome on stage Mr. Prithvi. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. The president of the FMSCI and our own Coimbatore car. Come on everybody, let's give him a big round of applause. This is the LGB Formula 4 Race 3. Without further ado, we're starting from the third finisher. Let's call on stage, representing Team Dark Dawn, Sandeep Kumar, a lawyer by profession, but he knows how to race well. Sandeep Kumar, congratulations. Sandeep, wherever you are. As usual, lawyers are usually late for hearing as well. They're also late. Sandeep Kumar comes in at number 3. Congratulations. Coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, Sandeep Kumar from Chennai, must say. Coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only name, a very famous name, Vishnu Prashad, car number 42. Congratulations. Vishnu Prashad finishing at number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to quickly welcome the winner of representing Team M Sport, the one and only Rahul Rangasamy. Congratulations. And now request Mr. Prithvi to do the honors starting from number 3. Sandeep Kumar takes his trophy. A time of their life. Congratulations. Very well done. Very, very well done. Now this is a trophy for Vishnu. Come on everybody, let's give Vishnu a big round of applause. Our own boy. A big round of applause for Rahul Rangasamy as well. Congratulations. Rahul would like to call on his tuner.
Nagaraj and Manik.
Nagaraj and Manik, if you could please come here. Nagaraj and Mani, the tuners, if you could please come forward. Nagaraj. Nalla daadila vachirpaare avringa. Okay. Adavudhu in the race oda trophies number paakren, in the race oda excitement paakren, the tuners nalla dhaan ellarum send avarku periya kai thatlama. Come on everybody. They are the guys who work hard. We go home after the race, but these guys are the ones who work hard. Congratulations. Well done indeed. Gentlemen, quickly stand for the photographs. Right, quick word. I'll start with you, Sandeep. How did the race weekend place out for you?
Yeah, I think until Friday everything looked good. The car was strong, but then I had some issues and I was struggling through the race. But not bad going home with the trophy. So yeah, so I think I'm looking down to focus with the next round to turn things around.
Right, well done, Sandeep. Vishnu, you dominated. You did dominate, but things just don't go away. Your comments so far?
Yeah, I mean, you could see that for the last race, I mean, I think we had like almost a 20-second lead from everybody else. So you can say we did like an amazing job this whole weekend, and brilliant 1-2 in the morning and the evening for the team. A whole bunch of points, and looking forward to much more exciting races, yeah?
Absolutely, for round 2. I'll talk to you when the next podium is there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could raise your trophies, gentlemen. If you could raise your trophies, gentlemen, for the photographs. One more time, a big round of applause for Abhinas, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your trophies, gentlemen. Raise your trophies, yep. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Prithvi. Thank you so much for joining us. For the next presentation, I welcome on stage Mr. Hari Singh to please join us. He's also the race director for this weekend. Very, very prominent. He owned the rally circuits, didn't he? Without further ado, let's call about the LGB Formula 4. This is race number 4. Coming in at number 3. From a very old neighborhood town called Thrissur from Kerala, let's call it representing Team Dark Dawn, Diljit, car number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, everybody, let's give this boy a big round of applause. And a very, very shy and a fit man drove his heart out, car number 5. Let's call Ashwin Datta again from Team Dark Dawn. He's worked really, really hard this weekend. Luck didn't favor him so far, but he's been going well. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's call on the winner for the second time, Rahul Rangasamy. Well done. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. This is for race number 4. Well done, Rahul Rangasamy. Now it's time for the trophies to be given out to Diljit and then Ashwin and then Rahul Rangasamy. It's been a hard-fought week. Diljit had the opportunity, he took it. He's really worked hard. He's also the former champion. Let's give it up for Diljit, ladies and gentlemen, as he receives this trophy. Congratulations. Ashwin Datta has grown up on these circuits and he knows how to do it well. Let's give Ashwin Datta a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Time for Rahul Rangasamy to take the winner trophy. Congratulations, Rahul Rangasamy. Well done. Rahul, quick word, who would like to call on as your tuner?
Dharani and Nanda.
Dharani and Nanda, if you could please come forward. Dharani and Nanda. எங்களோட tuners Dharani and Nanda, please come forward. This is the tradition. அதாவது வந்து நம்ம trophies வாங்குறோம், but எங்களோட tuners அவங்களுக்கான பாராட்டு. Why? Because we really appreciate the hard work that they do. Races, I always say that we actually finish our races and we go back home. But in the tuners, they work so hard with the entire team and put it up. So அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய கை தட்டலாமா? Come on everybody, clap your hands. It's for the tuners. They really work hard. Requesting Mr. Hari Singh to do the honors for the tuner trophy. Well done, Team M Sport. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Quick word with Diljit. Diljit, I want you to tell me your comments about this race weekend today.
It was a difficult weekend because there was a technical issue in my car, so I couldn't go out for the qualifying. But finally, we sorted out. I would like to thank my team for working hard overnight, all my mechanics, especially Senthil and its entire crew, and making the car up to the mark. And yeah, I struggled a lot. Started 26th on the grid for the race one, and because of the qualifying, and somehow I managed to finish 6th. And the race too, I again started pretty good. The weekend well good, yeah.
Well done indeed from all of us. Ashwin, lot of hard work this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of hard work, and it was a mixed weekend for me, and learned a lot. I just would like to thank my team, Dagdon Racing, for building me a great car, and they did a top job. And congrats to Rahul, and he did a top job, and also Vishnu and Diljit Sandeep. And hopefully come back much more stronger in the next round. So yeah.
Looking forward to that. Rahul Rangasamy, 2 trophies, 2 race wins. This is big.
Yeah, the weekend started with a lot of issues in the car, but I have to thank all the mechanics in our team and the support from LG, because they tried to sort and put a lot of efforts overnight to solve the problems. And the races were superb, and I have to congratulate all the winners, especially Ashwin, who's put a very good race and a fantastic performance. Yeah.
Top job, everybody. If you could please raise your trophies for the camera one last time. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Hari Singh. I now invite on stage. Thanks, boys. Right, I now invite the COC, Mr. Sunny Kumar, if you could please come forward for the next presentation. Mr. Sunny Kumar, if you could please come forward. And this is the LGB4 for women category, and it's a very shortened case, but let's go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting from number 3 all the way down to the race winner. This is special. Let's start with the third position of the second round of the Dynamite, the Dynamic. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the brand new team on the track, and they're really making it heads turn. Diana Pandol, Diana Pandol from Ahura Racing. Where are you? Diana Pandol. There she is. She didn't expect her name to be called, did she? Come on over. We at JK Tyre always surprise. Congratulations, well done, Diana. Coming in at number 2, I think it's car number 16, if I'm not wrong. It should be Mega KS. Congratulations. Mega finishes at number 2. Come on, everybody, let's clap for Mega KS and Diana Pandol. Ladies and gentlemen, let the applause get louder, because she is a star in our right. I always pull her legs and saying that she's a big celebrity back home. You really know, if you have a guest at home, you really call her for events. The one and only Meera Erda, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, everybody. Coimbatore, let's clap for Meera Erda, the winner of the LGB Formula 4 Women. Hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up. Don't kick me, please. Yeah. Right, now I request Mr. Sunny Kumar to do the honors, starting from number 3, as Diana Pandol takes the trophy. Diana, congratulations. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. I know one more podium to go after this one, and we are done. This is the last podium of the day. After this, we just got one more. Mega KS takes the trophy. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. And Meera Erda Let's give her a big round of applause as she takes home the trophy. Well done. Quick word, Diana. How has it been so far racing here?
Absolutely amazing. So exciting. We were just hoping to push and get somewhere, and we have finally done it.
Congratulations again, Megha. How does it feel to come back on the track with the recognition here?
Yeah, it feels good, but still yet to improve. I want to fight with the boys.
Meera, we've learned so much from you. All of us have learned so much. Thank you for the grit. Thank you for all the races that you've done. Your comments for the race weekend?
Well, it's finally good to be back here driving the LGBs after, driving them back in 2016s. But, this is not what I aimed for, but hopefully next race we can come back much more stronger.
Boys, there was a warning. Ladies, if you could raise your trophy for the camera, please. If you could. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. Taking on that. Well done indeed. Thank you, Mr. Sunny, for joining us on stage. Thank you so much. Right, this is for the Novice Cup. This is for the Novice Cup, the last presentation of the day. The JK Tyre Novice Cup 2019 Round 1, Race 3. I now call on Sunny Kumar to please, Rohitas Kumar to please do the honors. I request Mr. Rohitas to join us on stage. This is starting from the second runner-up at the third place position. Let's give it up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new team on the block and they're really making the right noises. Representing Team Birral Art, let's call Mihir Avaliki. Congratulations, congratulations, Mihir. Mihir, if you could run up faster. Come on, everyone. Well done, congratulations. Coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, representing Momentum Motorsports, Aro Ravindra, the consistent, hard-working Aro Ravindra. Congratulations. Come on, everybody. This is the last presentation. I promise you there's no presentations after this. Let's give them all that we can. This is going down for the race number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Race number 3, the winner is from M Sport. The winner is from M Sport, Mohammed Ryan. Congratulations. M Sport, are you making noise? Okay, and now I request Rohitas to do the honors, starting from Mihir Avaliki. Well done, congratulations. Coming in at number 2. Come on, everybody, this is the last podium for the day. Let's give it up for Aro Ravindra. Mohammed Ryan takes the winner trophy. And look at that emotion on his face. He knows how much that means to him. Let's give it up a big round of applause as Mohammed Ryan takes it from M Sport. Congratulations. Right, without further ado, Mihir, what is going on in your head? Congratulations on the victory, though.
Thank you. It was a tough start to the weekend, but then it was a good end. I had no pace in the beginning, but then in the race we came back. I'd like to thank Birral Art India and all the mechanics.
Super, good stuff. Aro Ravindra, we cannot as expected, but the hard work always pays.
Yeah, I mean, I take the experience and the learning from it. Would have liked to win, but hopefully next round.
Absolutely. You were really surprised, but well done, well fought. Your comments here.
Yeah, I'm really happy because I started in the 22nd position. So, yeah, I'd like to thank Vishnu Anna and Akbar sir for guiding me well.
You call Vishnu Anna?
Yeah, Vishnu Anna.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our boys a big round of applause. Raise your trophies, please. Raise your trophies. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Mr. Rohitas. I request Mr. Hari Singh to please come forward for the next presentation. We call it the JK Tyre Coolest Internship. The coolest internship we call on Mohammed Irshad, the part of the shutter bags. If you would like to take an internship with JK Tyre's Coolest Internship Program, please come forward and get in touch. Vignesh Kasilingam, again, this is part of the Shutterbags team. This is the internship program where we let interns come forward and intern with us for every of our races. They could pick up a race duty, they could put up multiple responsibilities and learn from the experts as to how it is done. You may also want to get in touch with us on our Facebook page to know more details. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in next, Mukund Madhav as part of the Shutterbacks team. Mukund, where are you? Adit Gupta, are you here? Fantastic. shuttle back to you again. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a big round of applause for them? I know I'm asking a little too much. Kalyana Sundar, if you're here. Now, these are part of the shutterback team, and for the race operations, we also give them in every aspect, so they really learn to be understand. For race operations, Vishal Arvind. Vishal, come forward. Coming in at next, I would like to call on Prasanna Venkatesan. Folks, now, this is an opportunity where we let the people also work with the mechanics. Sujay Keshavan, gearheads. And finally, but not least, Shreyas Buxley, also part of the gearheads team. Ladies and gentlemen, they worked hard. The JK Coolest internship. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for all the requesting the Kari to have. Perfect. That's nice. That's a nice thing. Right, we're all set for round 2, which is going to happen in a month's time later. Hope to join you then for round 2 of the 22nd, not 1, not 2, but the 22nd JK National Racing Championship. See you soon. God bless.
So with that, we come to the end of not just the presentation ceremony, but in fact proceedings for round 1 of the 22nd edition of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. That's all that we have for you from Coimbatore. Time for us to say goodbye. But we'll be back again on 1st of September, where we'll bring you round 2 of the championship. Do join us then.